All right. Here we go. We are live for the day. Hopefully. Whew. Oh man, my head is all messed up. There we go. It sort of covers my ears, sort of doesn't. Sort of does. All right. Hat has been fixed. The game plan for the day has been written. It is now time to execute that plan. All right. Sound check. Yep, sound check is working. Let's go tell all of our buddies on Discord. All right. What are we doing today? Well, today my plan is to only play the Hexblast Slayer. That is my initial plan. I'm not going to bounce between characters. Just going to play the Slayer and see how far we can get. Also, I'll do some help with POBs if anyone needs it. And additional conversations about Ruthless, the upcoming Gauntlet, and plans for after completing our league goal. All right, there we go. Let's go tell all our buddies on Discord. We have now notified all the buddies, all the G3 fam, the G3 loyals. Speaking of which, if you are watching the replay or joining us for the first time today, welcome. We've got a little Discord where we do some chattery. We do some discussions over there on the Discord. That's always a fun time. So you are more than welcome to join us. There is a join link down below in the video description. If you would like to join the G3 Discord, it's free for everybody. And there's perks for Patreon supporters. So you're more than welcome to join that. All right, so yesterday we were messing around with this character and having fun. We proved that just basically on a 2-link, Hexblast was carrying us through Act 6, like, really well. And we were laughing yesterday because my defenses are pretty pathetic. Like, I've got 1,600 life. That's less than what I normally like to have on a character before I fight Act 5 Kitava. So we've got less defenses than what I typically like in terms of life pool. I typically like to have 50% or above physical mitigation. I've got 19%. I typically don't like to play with evasion in hardcore. I've got 47% evasion. I'm getting some regen from Vitality, 43 regen. Woo! You know, whatever that's worth. It's worth something. I've got 18 spell suppression chance. Woohoo! I am, however, res capped on Ellie res, so that's nice. That's something. We've got a little bit of a move speed modifier because we've got some boots that help us, so that's nice. Chaos resistance is pathetic, and all of this is because we are playing with the jankiest tree known to mankind. That's right. You will never see a sillier tree in the history of Path of Exile than this tree. This tree is the very silliest of trees. We are playing a Slayer. We came up to grab a Bane of Legends because then we're going to move on and take Headsman. Because having Cull on 20% of anything in Ruthless is just insane. That's really good. Also, then we're going to have conditional movement speed. So that'll be nice. And we get a little bit more damage for killing recently. And then we get some more damage with hits and ailments against unique enemies. So our Ascendancy is silly. Our tree is silly. We've called it the Trailer Park tree because, you know, we're going around the outside. Like, as Eminem once said, 2 trailer park girls go around the outside. Eventually, I'm making my way down towards Iron Reflexes. We're going to come through Golem's Blood. Maybe we'll go up and grab Cloth and Chain to fix resistances as we need to. We came over, we grabbed Survivalist. We came over, we grabbed Blood Drinker. We came up and we grabbed Whispers of Doom with additional 20% chance to ignite, freeze, shock, and poison cursed enemies. So that was nice. Trying to think anything else. Oh, and then we came over and we grabbed Heart of Darkness and Cruel Preparation on the way to Heart of Darkness. But that's all we've done. Now, up until this point in the league, Janky tree for victory. Indeed, Patrick. Welcome, by the way. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to all who are in chat. Good to see you today. Glad to have you joining us for this portion of the journey. We'll see if we die or not here going up to Chevron. My plan for the day is just to play this one character. So that might be famous last words, right? Like, the day that I plan to only play one character might be the very day, not when a Mirror of Calandra drops for me, but when my character just drops dead. Right? That would make sense. That would make sense for me, at least. Okay, the golem that we are using is Summon Lightning Golem, because he gives us a little bit better cast speed. We don't care about attack speed, but a little bit better cast speed, which is always nice. I might go down and get Disciple of the Slaughter eventually. I forget where I'm getting Frenzy Charges from. I think I'm getting Frenzy Charges on kill from my... Is it from my Slayer Ascendancy? No. It's from Ice Bite. That's right. It's from Ice Bite is where we're getting Frenzy Charges from. I'm like, wait a second. Slayer doesn't have Frenzy Charge generation. What am I thinking? So Ice Bite gives us a little bit of cold damage, which is not much, but really what it gives us is Frenzy Charge generation. And that's with some consistency, because as you can see, we're killing stuff rather well. Like, for all the characters that we've played in Ruthless, I think this character probably is the best in terms of damage and the best in terms of smoothness. The only character I think that comes close is going to be the Cold Dot Hierophant. Just because running around and constantly pressing, you know, your move button being Vortex, that is pretty OP. To have your literally your walking button be doing damage, that's been pretty good. But other than that, I think this is probably the most smooth build. One of the things that I like about the chance to freeze and shock and ignite and all that... Oh, he's going to pop corpses. Is just how solid it feels like when you're in a pack. And the freeze spreads. And the whole pack that you thought was going to be doing X, Y, or Z to you, now it can't do anything. Like, here's a whole little pack, right? Boom. Boom. This is without proliferation. I'm not using Elemental Prolif right now. That's just from the AoE from the Hexblast doing its work. That's all that is. I understand that it is not going to be meta, but it was pretty funny as we leveled up with this character early on, that Dread Arc. We actually figured out a way to use Dread Arc as a caster because we were casting everything with flammability on hit, so that was pretty awesome. Before we could equip Blasphemy, we were just cursing everything with our on-hit ability. It's quite a bit of utility there. Now, the single target isn't great, right? So this is where Chevron and Brutus are going to be very interesting. Because spamming Hexblast does not feel great, right? But I've got Conk Effect running right now. Between Conk Effect... and just the level of Hexblast, maybe it'll feel okay-ish. But do not be shocked when we go in and we fight bosses if this isn't great. This is good for clear in Ruthless. This is fantastic. But I probably could benefit from some other damage sources that are going off simultaneously. Probably could benefit from that. Oh, what did we drop? Are you kidding me? That's the Red Covenant, isn't it? Are you kidding me? We already played our SRS Necromancer. You've got to be joking. Oh, no, okay. Whew! We are joking. It's just a Wraith Lord. Okay. +2 to level of socketed minion gems. +2 to maximum... number of specters. You cannot have non-specter minions? That's actually really good for that level. What the heck? That's really good for that level. You could play as a Spectromancer. By level 34, you could come up and have Death Attunement. And then with this, what do you have? +2, +3 maximum number of Spectres. So you could have 4 Spectres by level 30-something. And you could socket them in the helm. They could get +2 levels. That's pretty good. Like, typically you don't level with Spectres, but if you wanted to level with Spectres, if you really wanted to make leveling with Spectres a thing, that sounds like the way to go. Wow. Well, at least it wasn't Mark of the Red Covenant. If it was Mark of the Red Covenant, that would just be like, really? I already played SRS. We already did the SRS thing. I don't even think I used Summon Spectre for my Witch. I think we just used some golems and some zombies. Am I going to get a level here right before? Nope. Nope. I'm going to miss out on this level right before we go and fight Brutus and Shev. I don't think there's one more level, right? This is the pinnacle. Oh, nope. We get one more level. Okay. One more tier of the tower. That's quite nice. So we'll ding our level before we fight Madame Chavron. There we go. Level 54 in a level 47 zone. There we go. We just need to be, you know, 7, 8 levels above the zone. It's not that bad against rares, but I think against bosses it's gonna look pretty bad against Brutus. Brutus and Chavron are gonna be able to get off several different abilities. Like, we're gonna see the full gambit of their abilities. Alright, here we go. Where are slave drivers? Slave drivers are in Act 5. They're in the slave pens. What's up, Zach? At that level, you could go get slave drivers? You could, actually. Yeah, because at Act 4... Right? Isn't it Act 4 is when you get golems? Act 3 is when you get specters. So Act 4... I think up until then, if I was using specters, I would probably use, like, I think Tukahama's Vanguard. I think there are some of those available in Act... Oh, no, I wouldn't get Tukahama's Vanguard. Tukahama's Vanguard is, I think, in Act 6. It's in the coast in Act 6. I think I would go get... well, there might be some. There might be some earlier than that. But I think I would go get the Cannibal guys. The Cannibal fiery guys. Or, Act 3, you can always go grab Flame Sentinels. That's the other thing you can go get. Just go get Flame Sentinels. Why not? But Slave Drivers is Act 5. From my memory, unless things have changed over the last year, which many things have. Alright, let's see if we get wrecked here. Oof. Okay, so we're doing okay-ish damage. Just gotta make sure that he stays taunted. Not taunted, cursed. Okay, he's got his empowered strikes, so watch out for when he stomps. But we're cursing him with elemental weakness and flammability. That is what we are doing here. That's not that bad. He should be faced here in a second. That's not that bad. I'm okay with that damage, actually. I've had much worse damage. Oh boy. Where's the big slam? Also, Ignite is so helpful on bosses. Being able to ignite things, very, very helpful on bosses. Just because it's damage that's ticking while you're running around, right? It's active damage. Active damage while you are able to stay doing other things. So she's got elemental weakness and flammability. She's not quite Oh, not quite phased. We'll phase her here in a moment. Oh, get out of there. I think my only gripe with Hexblast is that it requires a target, but that's not even that big of a gripe. There we go. She is phased. All right, there he goes. He's ignited. Oof, that hurt. Exposed. There we go. Get some flammability on him. Now see, if I already had my next Ascendancy, he'd already be dead, right? Because of Headsman, or Bane of Legends. Whichever one it's called. He'd just be dead at 20%, right? Whew! On to Prisoner's Gate. With 4 Spectres, you could go 1 Power Charge, 1 Frenzy Monkey, and then 2 DPS Spectres. Strong. That is strong at that early of a level. And with +2 to level of the Spectres, like, there might be some things that can kill them. Like, especially some, like, annoying rare that creates a ground degen, and they're just silly Spectres and standing there. But for the most part, I would say that should feel pretty good. Like, to be able to use Wraithlord. I've legitimately never leveled just exclusively Spectres. And this is coming from a guy who loves playing Necromancers and Minion builds. So maybe someday I'll do that. Ruthless has certainly made me appreciate and think differently about leveling. There are multiple different leveling strategies now that I never would have considered to be decent at all. Like Hexblast, for instance. I had to message Mouthfeel today. I sent him a PM. I was like, hey, Mouthfeel, thank you for your suggestion, because this build, never would have tried it. And it has been surprisingly enjoyable. Oh, we got a generosity support. Okay. All right. That's going to do nothing for me, but, you know, we can turn it in. Right? Because that's what you call it, for Aurabots. Right? Yeah, supported auras do not affect you. So, you know. I guess if I wanted to run, like, what, like, Hatred or something for that Spectre build? For this hypothetical Spectre build that I'm never going to build? Oh, man. It's funny. The only thing that's a bummer about this league of Ruthless not going core, like not having a standard version of Ruthless right away, is that all of the gems that we find are just truly dead gems. Like, after we complete this league, like, everything just goes to the void, you know? So that is a bit of a bummer. See, this is funny. This character is level 54? I don't feel like this character is that over-leveled, though, compared to some of my other characters. What is this, level 48 zone? I guess he is, but I guess it's just because the passive tree, so much of my passive tree really is just traveling from one spot to another. But it's pretty ridiculous that single cast, self-cast feels this good. Like, look at that. Just blowing up literally an entire screen in Ruthless. Oh, man. It feels good. It's not like it's an auto bomber or something from regular PoE, but it's pretty good for Ruthless. And supposedly, right, many of you have told me that mines would feel even better. Hey, welcome, Chris. You're surprised how well Hexblast is performing? I am too. Like, this is nuts. And like we said yesterday, we were gimping our damage in a lot of ways. And our tree is suboptimal. Our ascendancy is suboptimal. No, our ascendancy isn't just suboptimal. Our ascendancy is basically doing nothing for us. It's a 10% more multiplier. That's all our ascendancy is doing for us right now. Like, so much of this build is just a joke, but Hexblast is carrying it. So it feels pretty good. Mostly lurking, but really loving this Ruthless series. Appreciate the content. Oh, thanks, Zach. Well, if you're at work or you're just hanging out, chilling, if you're playing games and we're just on the second screen, I am appreciative of your kind words. Ooh, Summon Reaper. I did get frozen in there. That was kind of spooky. That was pretty spooky. Not having freeze immunity. Did not think that would be that big of a deal. I'm standing on burning ground there. Hey, it actually helps if I take advantage of the curses, right? That's also kind of what's funny about this build, because we were joking earlier on in the league. Oh my goodness, I keep getting frozen by something. What is freezing me? Is it these guys, the infested snipers? We were joking earlier on in the league about playing a discharge build. And how hard would it be to get a discharge build going in Ruthless, right? In Ruthless Solo Self-Found. Yeah, it's... something is freezing me here. Oh, that's the first time I've alt F forward in like a week. Oh boy. Are we alive? I'm sure we're alive. Oh boy. That one was pretty low. We got pretty low there. So freeze. Freeze is a legit threat. Need to watch out for freeze. Sources of freeze are a legit threat. Let's throw this over here. I've got so many red gems. I should turn some of them in. Throw this into our uniques. Don't worry, everybody. Just a slightly terrifying moment. Throw this over here. Throw this stuff back in. Nick said, good day, G3. This might be a stupid question and not related to Ruthless, but in general, when a casual player reaches maps, is there no other way to progress? Like get currency and gear, but to grind maps, farm, and save, and transition slowly? Oh, no, there's lots of ways. Wait a second. Let me ask you a clarifying question. When you reach maps, is there no other way to progress like get currency? Okay, so if your question is about currency or gear, right, improving your character, right, just playing the game is going to get you stuff, period. Just playing the game will get you stuff. If you could not progress your character just playing the game, just playing maps, then no, like if you had to use trade in order to progress a character, then no one would be able to play SSF. Right? Not saying that SSF is for everybody. Don't take this as, oh, I'm being elitist and everybody has to play SSF. I don't believe everybody has to do that. Just take it as a test case, right? If players, take it as an equation, as a math players, if players can play SSF and play casually, how do they progress, right? There's a couple of ways. Maps are one. Masters missions are another. Right? Master's missions are genuinely a strong consideration for getting itemization. If you want to get early 6 links, right, in an SSF environment, where do you go for 6 links? Oftentimes you can go to Alva. She's master side content that oftentimes can spit out 6 links. Oftentimes they're corrupted, but you just need a 6 link, etc. Right? So side content, right? So there's a couple of categories Wait, let me pretend this is a video answering your question, Nick. Let me see if I can't come up with a script in my head really quick. Okay. Hello and what is up, YouTube? My name is G3Iron, and today we got a great question from Nick in chat, and the question was, hey, how does a casual player continue to progress their characters once they reach maps? It's a great question because there's multifaceted answer to it. There's lots of ways you can progress your character, whether you're playing in a solo self-found environment or in a trade environment. Number one thing that I'm going to tell Nick and others who might have that similar question is going to be to simply keep playing the game. Whatever version of Path of Exile you're playing, more items will drop for you, more experience will drop for you as you continue to progress your character, which means you'll have access to more passives, which will also improve your character. And then as you continue to scale up the encounters that you are facing, whether that's in maps or whether that's in side content, for instance, like Delve, for instance, like Alva, for instance, like Heist, you will drop not only more items, but also currency to be able to craft for yourself improvements on whatever your character is currently using. Okay, what else to wrap up? If you are playing in a Trade League environment, you can, of course, use a targeted farming strategy in order to gain currency and then spend that currency on items that other people have crafted and put up or found on the trade market. If you would prefer to learn how to craft, which, by the way, is far more profitable in the long run, it will cost you more currency this league to learn how to craft, but overall, in your entire career of playing Path of Exile, once you learn how to craft and then sell items that are worthy of crafting, you will make boatloads of currency compared to what you're making right now. Because right now, if you don't know how to craft in PoE, then the only currency you're making is whatever currency drops on the ground, and then you're converting and trading that in for items, etc. If you learn how to craft, though, your own items for your own build or items for popular builds throughout multiple different leagues, if you learn how to target craft those particular items that are in high demand from different players, then you will be able to not only farm currency and thereby make currency from simply playing the game and killing monsters, you will also make currency by being able to craft items that are in demand from other players. All those other players who didn't want to take the time to learn how to craft, you did take the time to learn how to craft, and now you are a supplier for their needs, and you can charge a premium for your time that you spent learning how to craft. So, that's a couple of general suggestions. Just keep playing, interact with masters on side content. You can trade. Heist is particularly profitable. Blight, I don't think I mentioned Blight. Some players I know legitimately make multiple maps, or I'm sorry, make multiple mirrors over the course of the first week to 2 weeks doing exclusively Blight farming. That's all they do. They don't even fill out their atlas, necessarily. Some of them do, some of them don't. But they just go in and they do Blight maps for the most part. That's where they make the majority of their currency. They're not bossers. They're not racing to get to the endgame bosses right away. They go in. They know how to perform Blight maps so that way they never fail Blight maps. They always get the rewards from them. And every 5 to 12 minutes or so, they're completing a really juiced up Blight map that is giving them good returns that they can then either turn that currency in to other currency and craft for themselves, or they can turn it into other currency to buy items, etc., etc. Unique map farming is also another thing that some people do, right? Specific unique maps are worth XP. They're worth completions. You can host rotas. You can charge people for it. There's lots of things that you can do. Those are all obviously in Trade League scenarios, but simply playing the game will progress your character. I will say, Nick, and anybody out there that is struggling with kind of like a more casual approach and you hit maps and you're not sure what to do, this is going to sound like a shameless plug, but I'll wrap up today's video, air quotes here, right? We're pretending on stream that it's a video. I'll wrap up today's video by simply saying when we're live streaming, I oftentimes promote that players who need help or who want help can simply join our Discord, drop their POB in the build help and discussion channel, and say, hey, I need some help. You can say, hey, I'm dying too much. I'm not killing anything. Monsters aren't dying. I'm in tier 3 maps. What do I do? What do I need to improve my build? And oftentimes what will happen is players who were having maybe a frustrating time, maybe a bit of a bugaboo in whatever tier maps they're in. We've had players come in and say, hey, I want to go take down Shaper. I've never taken down Uber Shaper before, or I've never progressed and killed Cirrus before, whatever the endgame version of a boss is, depending on the year or the league. We've had players join and go, hey, I've never done this before and I'd like to be able to do this. And we're able to then help them make progress on their character in pretty straightforward ways And then it's really, really awesome because then those players come back onto either the stream or the Discord and go, hey, here's a build update from me, you know, a week later. And now I just took down content that I've never even accessed before in Path of Exile. So I encourage anybody that's having struggles to stop by the stream, ask questions, or stop by the Discord, ask questions, ask for help. Because one of the best things about Path of Exile is the people who are willing to help you with the problems that you are having. So anyway, thanks for joining us for today's discussion. Thanks so much to Nick for the question. I hope to catch you next time, and until then, I hope today is the day a Mirror of Calandra flops for you. All right, there you go. How's that? Is that an answer? Was that one ginormous run-on sentence? Sometimes that's how my first recordings of videos go. It's just one ginormous run-on sentence. Oh, this guy's going to be obnoxious. Does he explode corpses? He does. Okay, I want to get away from this guy. He can explode corpses, and he can, like, trap me in a zone with a bunch of corpses. That's no bueno. I'm not okay with that. Zeko says, "Are you enjoying Hexblast?" Yes, I am. I've been raving about it. I sent Mouthfeel a PM about it. Like, it's... I'm genuinely shocked that I can solo cast any single spell in Ruthless. Like, look at this build. Like, this build should prove the power of this. Imagine if I was playing an Ascendancy that was built for this. Right? Like a cultist. And then imagine if I was, I don't even know, using any unique. That would be a bonus to the build. Like, if this is how fast the character can progress with a jank tree in Ruthless and with suboptimal support gems, this thing should be pretty good in regular Path of Exile. Like, I might legitimately try in the Gauntlet, like, a Hexblast character. Because that's not a skill that's banned for the Gauntlet, so... Like, like, all the power of this character is just coming from Hexblast and the tree. Pretty silly. Pretty silly. Hey, welcome, Dakota. Good to see you today. Nice to have you with us. Nice. Level 55. I need to put on one of my flasks, like, Frost. What is it? Freeze immunity. I need to do that. Also, I think not having, Ailment Prolif right here is actually slowing things down a little bit, because I'm not prolifing quite as much. Then again, that might just be from Conk Effect as well. Like, it's pretty crazy using Conk Effect, how large the AoE still is. Like, that's going to kill all those support minions. Look at that. Boom. It's pretty good AoE, even with Conk Effect. And it's not like I've got Area of Effect on the tree. Again, my tree is garbage. Alright, we're almost up to 2,000 HP. Eventually. Hey, what's up, Griffin? Hopefully you dropped the Spiderbot amulet for curses. Oh, ring? Which ring are you talking about? You're not talking about Dodre's damning. Talking about something with aspect of the spider on it? My apologies for my confusion. But I'm sure you'll be a bro. You'll be a millennial and you'll help me out. Help the boomer out. Excuse me, is there a nice young millennial around to maybe reboot my computer? Ooh, Scouring Orb, nice. Every 2 of those equals 1 alchemy. So I think now I have an alchemy and a half, because I've got two Scourings, I think, in my stash. When I next go back to town, I should check out what this character needs upgrades on. Because I'm pretty sure the answer is a lot. That's the answer. The answer is just a lot. Galvanic Field leveled up. Don't really care about leveling it up, I guess. But Galvanic Field is what we're using as a Hex Touch support with flammability, which I believe it was Brandon yesterday who pointed that out to us. That was a pretty good tip, to use Galvanic Field because it's got a duration on it. It's not an instant cast spell, but because it's got a duration on it, you can essentially have Galvanic Field popping for you, and while this is up, stuff that's around you is going to get the Hex Touch effect from whatever curse that's supported by it. So it's pretty nice. It's kind of like a double... It's a workaround from having both of my curses on Blasphemy, which is what I was doing a while ago, but I didn't quite have enough mana to make things work out. So it's a nice little workaround. Alright, I need to go up here. Look at that, though. Feels good. I think defenses on this character are going to be the biggest thing. The bossing was even okay against Shavron and Brutus. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. How about that? Okay, he has endurance, and what else? Shocked ground on death. Okay. Iron Stalker. Oh no, he's got my name in his name. He's stalking me! It's kind of creepy. Having a stalker named after you in game. Fire damage and exposure. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Well, what if I expose the exposers, huh? There we go. Give you guys some fire exposure damage. Oh, that's a unique monster. Oh, what is this? Cannot be slowed and gains random charges. Okay, well, he's dead. And the unique monster is dead. Oh, man, this is... Oh, nice! Minion life support! Okay, so this character has now dropped 2 gems. 2 gems and a unique for playing as a summoner. What the heck, Ruthless? Don't you already know I've already done my witch part of the challenge? This is just Chris making fun of me now. Look, the bald guy from the Midwest. He already played his stupid summoner. Let's give him a whole bunch of summoner-related stuff. Aww. I guess it's a blue gem that we can turn in, right? Hey, welcome! Welcome, Nephilium. Good evening? Ah, yes. Those were the days. London is blue, by the way? Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Thank you for Jorginho, by the way. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm trying to play up my hopes that he'll actually be okay for us as a fill-in, but the answer is he probably won't be, and we'll all probably just be disappointed. But, you know, that's the nature of this entire transfer window for us. A little bit of disappointment, but, you know, at least we're not sitting mid-table. So, anyway, good evening. Profane Proxy Ring. Oh, is that the one with Skitterbot's bonus? If it's in the left slot or the right slot? Is that what you're talking about? Do you have the cast while damage support? That should also be great with Hexblast. I do. Where's my cast when damage taken? I've got cast when damage taken for level 46. I was trying to level it up for Wave of Conviction. But I keep leveling it up wrong. I keep leveling up Wave of Conviction one too many. Do you have any added damage? The added damage percentage is crazy in Hexblast. The added damage that I've got, the only added damage that I've got is Ice Bite. Which, I agree with you, the added damage percentage is huge. Effectiveness of added damage, 340%. Because look at this. 20 to 30 added cold damage, right? In town, that's 84 to 126 cold. That's a lot. That's the only source of cold damage. As soon as I take out Ice Bite, look, no cold damage. So 20 to 30 becomes 84 to 126. That's a lot. That's a pretty good amount. It's not everything. Like it's not out of this world, but every little bit of damage that we've got is good for us. Okay. So I was going to say, what was I going to upgrade? I actually think he will be better for you than for us. Your tactic is more his style. Okay. So old and boring and slow. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I mean you no harm. Oh. That has always been the critique from us as Arsenal fans. By the way, for anybody that doesn't understand what Nifilium and I are talking about, we're talking about our favorite sports ball teams. Okay, so my wand, what is my wand giving me right now? It's giving me some int, it's giving me some lightning resist, it's actually giving me some crit strike, and it's giving me +1 to level of all chaos. So it's giving me an additional level to my Hexblast. My ring is pretty good. I think it's probably one of the better rings that I've had. This is probably my best rare amulet, which is really sad. It's giving me a little bit of increased spell damage, right? A little bit. Cold resist, elemental resists. So it's giving me a little bit of something. So that's nice. Other than that, I probably should be throwing some alks at some more amulets. This is my other ring. I need the intelligence, I think. No? I don't need the intelligence now. Okay. For a while, I needed the intelligence. This is my chess piece. It's giving me double resistances, and it's giving me 75 life. This is a 20 all resist shield with 38 life on it. Double resists, life, and move speed boots. But look at the base defenses on them. 13 evasion and 4 energy shield. I've used these boots on like everybody that could use them since they dropped. And they've just been good for me. Lightning res and a little bit of regen and some life on the belt. So I don't need as much lightning res as what I've got. So I could get rid of the lightning res like off the belt. Because I've got some belts, I believe, that have chaos resistance. No? If I can spell. There we go. That's a little bit of chaos resistance on a belt. I think I must have another character that's using it. I think I have a life belt somewhere that's got chaos resistance on it. It might even be a strength belt, actually. I'm curious about the Hexblast Miner build on YouTube. They're really good. All the ones that I've seen, Griffin. Mouthfeel has shared, I think, 1 or 2 with me. They're really good. I don't like playing miners, and I don't like playing trappers. But this Hexblast feels pretty good. And this is self-cast. And so if we can scale it, like, with it being mines even more, that's ridiculous. We need a passive tree node like Wandering Path from the Atlas tree that buffs all the travel nodes on the passive tree only for this build. Oh, you're right. You're right, Ernfath. You're right. Look. Every passive, if I just had a bunch of timeless jewels, then I could put like a timeless jewel here. I could put a timeless jewel here. I could put a timeless jewel here. And then it's like all your passives. Oh, what about, what's it called? What's the unique jewel that gives you all the stats that aren't allocated? Is that like unnatural talent or something? I forget. But there's a unique jewel, right, that gives you a bunch of stats from stuff that's not allocated. Anyway. There's a lot. Can only use one timeless jewel? Yeah, but I could throw a timeless jewel here and then throw like the get stats from other stuff that's not allocated here, and then I could throw a unique in here. What's the unique one that's like transforms all energy shield into life, or all intelligence node into strength or something like that? We could figure it out. Is it unnatural instinct? If it's unnatural instinct, there we go. I was going to do a Hexblast Ignite Elementalist. Oh, that sounds good. I mean, see, there's already, what is it? What's the chance? What's the chance to actually... I guess my chance is actually rather low. Where am I? Didn't I take the node that's... Or did I not? I don't think I took the node. Whoops. There's a node that's all your damage. I forget which one is it. There's one node that's like 20%. Is it a mastery? Yeah, it's the curse mastery. We did take it. Okay, 20% chance to ignite, freeze, shock, and poison cursed enemies. So we did take that. Like, I think that's part of what was good about using Elemental Prolif is that also gave us the free shock and ignite chance as well. So it certainly, I think it certainly helped for clear going conk effect. But anyway. All right, so upgrades. We know we should upgrade the belt. I think the boots need to be upgraded as well. Do I need these resistances? What happened to my resistances if I take these off? All right, so I need fire and cold. Do I have better? I probably don't have better boots. Those are better. That's lightning, move speed, and life. Ugh. All my boots have rolled lightning. These have rolled lightning. These have rolled lightning. These have rolled lightning. These have rolled fire and cold. My one set of boots. Fire and cold. But not much better rolls on the rest of it. Cold and lightning. With some life and int. Oh, that's a lot of life and fire. Ooh. Oh, man. 20% move speed. Lightning, life, and move speed. Ah! That's got so much life and evasion. It's got 200 more evasion, but I'm going to lose out on a lot of resistances if I do that. What are my resistances if I do this? My life goes up above 2,000, but my defenses are 60, 69, and 75. Oof. This is why I need, like, a better belt. It's not an option. We need a better belt. Oh, I have so many things that it's like, oh, can I transfer that roll to something else? To a different item? It's worse resistances. Oh, this could solve the resistance problem, though. Well, right now, this is giving me 20 to all resistances. So this almost solves it for cold. Ooh. Okay. Is this worth it? All right, so what's this configuration? Let's take a screenshot. All right, so screenshot this. Oops, I need to grab my life as well. 1890 is our life. 310 is our armor. 18%, 45% evasion. 75, 76, 75 with 84, 86, 138. If I swap it, I'm going to need to fix the links. But if I just do this, what's the comparison here? All right, our armor goes up by 19 or by 9%. Our evasion goes up by 11%. Our life regen actually goes up. Oh, nope, our life regen goes down. And our resistances, we need to figure out our fire and our cold. Can Hexblast freeze without added cold? Yes, it can. Hexblast as a gem just says all damage can ignite, freeze, and shock. And then chaos damage with hits is resisted by the lowest resistance instead. As soon as we figured that out, as soon as you guys in chat, I cannot take credit for any of this. As soon as you guys in chat, particularly Mouthfeel, the biggest one that can take the biggest credit for this, as soon as he was like, no, Iron, you don't need to use just Despair. Because of Hexblast and the way how it's written, you can use Elemental Weakness and Flammability and Fire Exposure to super debuff something's elemental resistances. And since Flammability also has a chance to ignite, right, it's pretty good. It's pretty good as we're leveling. What's the best item you found in Ruthless? Ooh. That's actually an easy answer. That is an easy answer. It's not the best item for this character, but the single best item that we found in Ruthless that was character defining is this scepter for our Righteous Fire character. This is the best item that we found. It's got an elemental implicit damage roll. Exactly what you want for Righteous Fire. It's got fire damage to spells, and it's got +1 to level of all fire spell gems. And we found that. We didn't craft it. We didn't go into delve. We didn't use anything. Like, we just found it. That was really good. Oh, that's life and fire resistance. What if I try and use these boots? Oh, there's my life and chaos resistance belt. There we go. This is what happens when I don't strip characters all the way down. This is what happens, Larry. That's life, but no resistances on it. But that, I think that's by far the best item that we found. All right, let's swap back over here to our curse casting Slayer. Go over to belts is where I put it. All right, let's try this. This is losing out on some life, but it's swapping the lightning for fire resistance. Look at that. Okay, so now we're right in line, fire and cold. So now we're just looking to overcap. So if I take off lightning resist off the belt, we could hope for resistances on our belt. We could hope for it. That's got life and cold resist. So let's do that for right now. And now I just need a little bit of fire resist. Look at this helm. This helm could be upgraded. It's got life on it, but it's not doing anything else for us. And it's an energy shield base as well. So go back over to character swaps. These are all decent. I'm going to need to figure out how to do blasphemy with elemental weakness again. What else am I going to need to figure out? I'm going to need to figure out just all of these. I need 5 blue. I'm going to need to figure out all these sockets. Okay, but we can make this work. Can you craft with the bench, says Jack? No, you cannot. Check this out. Check this out, Jack. If you go to your hideout, right? You just, I don't know why I walked over to the waypoint and then typed in hideout, but here you go. Look, this is where my hideout is. Do you see hideout? Do you see my crafting bench? Where's my crafting bench? Now, I know this means nothing to you guys because you guys don't live in your hideout like I live in my hideout. But look, when I pop over to standard, right? Pop over to standard, go to my hideout. Hey, look, there's a crafting bench. Look, oh, look at all these cool things that I can do. Oh, look at this. Woo, all these cool things. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, I can do resistances. Oh, look at that. You just throw 17 to 20 fire resist on something. Costs 3 chaos, but no, look over here. Bum, 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 bum. See? Same hideout. Just Ruthless. Where's my crafting bench? Where did it go? Where did it go? Look. It's funny because there's even a gap. Like you can tell where I've actually put graphics down in my hideout. Like, this is where I've thrown down the worn anvil and the different graphics, the fire pit, the temple chair. This is where I've thrown the crafting bench. It's not allowed. See, too, I got like this nice little chair over here to sit. So if somebody's watching me craft, I can just sit there. You know, it's kind of nice. This is where I put my guild stash, and then this is my regular stash. Relic locker, Helena, Navali. Rest in peace, Navali. You are now literally a hideout decoration. Also, where's Zana? Zana's over here by the table. She's hanging out with the boys. Or boy, Danig and June. But yeah, that's no crafting bench. No crafting bench in Ruthless. Yeah, it's pretty insane to fill them. It's good. It's very good. Right, so you can go a totem setup for your curses if you want as well, so you can back up a bit from hits. You could, if I had spell totem. I don't have spell totem support. The best item you found is Rampage. That's probably, Dakota, you're probably not wrong. I have, where is it? It's on this, is it on this character at the moment? No, I took him off this character, didn't I? I took him off. It's in my unique tab. Probably the second best item that I found is right here. Flesh and Spirit, which just gives Rampage. Really good. Really, really good. Just because it's ridiculous for additional move speed. In Ruthless, Onslaught doesn't give you move speed. It's like, even if you have Onslaught support, it's not that great. Or if you're just playing, like, let's say, a Raider. You know? You don't have it. But in Ruthless, you get Rampage. You got some serious boosts there to your character. Your character feels pretty good. All right, is there anything in here that would be good? Oh. That's not nearly as much life. It's about 100 more total base protection. So that's a consideration. This has got 96 life. And it's got fire resists. Oh, this might be it. That might be our chess piece. Oh, look at those boots. They didn't roll life on them, though. These at least have life on them. Look at the life on those boots. 77 life. If I take these boots off, what does that do to my resistances? Probably shreds them, right? Yeah. 52. All right, if I swap on this chess piece, what does that do? 71. Okay. Oh, my evasion just disappeared. Did you see that? All my evasion is coming from this. I go from 55% evasion to 10. All my evasion is coming from this. You have to buy health potions as well. No, the health potions you get flasks, but when you come to town, so if I go out into the coast, all right, this is how it works. In Ruthless, if you use all your flasks, right? Oh no, I'm out of flasks. Okay. When you go back into town, they don't automatically refresh. You have to go and talk to the local NPC that actually refills your flasks. Did you see that? I'm going to make a really big Ruthless guide here at the end of my challenge. It's probably going to be like an hour long, and I'm just going to go over all the changes in Ruthless. Doesn't the unique axe give you ignite? What the unique axe does, Griffin, just so that way you know, Dreadarch, it curses enemies with flammability on hit. And so we were using this for a long time. We were using this for a long, long time. This is what we were using. So, and it worked. It was good. It was good for a time. It was good for when it worked. But having the +1 level of chaos, no joke. And we can still apply flammability through other mechanisms. But when we couldn't apply flammability through other mechanisms and being able to use this at level like 16, it was really good. You can go back and watch previous days. All of the other streams are uploaded here to YouTube. You can go back like as soon as we equipped Dreadarch, and we were using Sunder and Hexblast, and I was like, wait, Hexblast is actually working with this? This is working? Like I'm hitting things with Sunder and then Hexblasting stuff? You can go back and relive the moments if you'd like. I was genuinely shocked how good it was. All right, what's this chest piece? 60 life. Oh, that's 1,000 armor. Okay, so that's also better fire resist. Hang on a moment. Hold the phone. Okay. So now we fixed our resistances. This is why, guys, this is why I keep everything. This is why. Okay, so I don't have move speed, but I have a bunch of life. What's my life at now? 1983. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty decent. All right, let's put these in here. I need to figure out links now, though. So I need a 2 blue link. None of these need to be linked. They just need to have blue on them. And I've used up a boatload of my chromes. These are only going to want to roll red. This could roll double blue. Oh, that's bad. Maybe we sacrifice. Right now, what are my gloves giving me? My gloves are giving me needed 16% cold resist, right? Oh, and also strength. I need that strength in order to be able to use this. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Okay, so we're back. We're back on the hunt for chromes, is what we're looking for. Oh, this is actually more life. And it's more life regen. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, but it's blue. And Ice Bite is granting me the frenzy charges. That's why we're good with this setup. Okay. All right, so here's our other options. We can use an elk to try and get a better amulet, but other than that, or maybe a better belt. I'm going to juice this up with armor scraps. There we go. Yeah, 57%. Whew! Guess I'll have to make a Hexblast build. Would be insane with Black Flame Ring. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that sounds very good. All right, so I'm going to lose a significant amount of my damage here, actually. Without having Blasphemy. So I didn't think of that. That's something I didn't think of. What does that do to my resistance? My resistances are, ooh, slightly screwy by doing this. All right, so just farm at this point. We'll just farm until we get some more chromes. Yeah. Or some jewelers, even. Even jewelers would be fine. Because jewelers, we could add sockets onto here. That's not going to roll blues. But I do have blues on my boots, don't I? I've got some 4-link boots. Like these boots right now, oh, they're giving me the 30 strength. Okay. I could go grab a 30 strength node. I'm next to 30 strength nodes, aren't I? Yeah, I'm next to one right here. So we could go grab that. All right. So let's do that actually. Let's take off 6% increased life. Grab 30 strength. Take off the boots. So that way we can wear some 4-link boots. Okay, so I don't have clarity now, but without clarity, we've got above 50% physical mit, which is good. And we're elemental resistance capped. Okay, let's try this. What's on the triple blue link shield? I think it's a blue. I think it's a blue shield. I think it only gives me 2 stats. Oh, this one's rare. It gives me life and 10% all resist. So I might as well check it, right? I do lose some armor there. I lose about 100 armor if I swap off of that. So I gain 20 some life. I lose 3% armor. It's actually a better chance to block. So I gain a smidgen of life, but I lose 3% Physmit. But it does allow me to use Blasphemy up over here. And then I can use Summon Golem over here. And then we can bring back these boots. 1967 life, 55% estimated damage mitigation, 25% spell suppression. I think that's doable. That's doable. Put these back in the 4 links. Good find. Good find, Griffin. But you need the blue sockets? Yeah. If I want to use Clarity and Wave of Conviction, let's go see how big of a deal it is. I actually definitely don't need... I think Clarity is going to be better than the Stone Golem. Stone Golem's giving me a little bit of casting, but let's go see. Let's go test it out. Oh, let's make sure we've actually got all of our stuff on. There we go. All right, pick up the black flag. Hello, Nessa. Hey, lore question here. Since Nessa's sitting right here, now she's no longer sitting here, but when she's normally sitting here, and there's all these little crabs here, is this actually the Crab King's, like, butt or something? Right? Or is the Crab King, like, sitting down here in this ginormous hole? Because she's attached to the Crab King, right? Like, is the Crab King supposed to be sitting right here? When she's... Is he down this depths, this drop, and then he's controlling her? Right? Because she's already connected, like, cerebral cortex, mind control, whatever. Right?
My spirits are spent.
Or is that not how lore... Help me out here with lore. Those of you who are lore masters. Okay, so... Galvanic Field is still applying flammability. So that's good. I need to not up my clarity any further, though. I need to not level up my clarity anymore. Good, it's down there on the bottom right. And see, we're getting frenzy charges. Those frenzy charges are only coming to us because we're using Ice Bite. So that's pretty nice. Oh, I never did solve freeze immunity. I never did swap out my flasks. Probably should have done that. Famous last mistake, right? There we go. This is going to be a dead end if I go this way. I think she's his tail, no? Yeah, I think you're right. I think she's somehow connected, right? Is my point. So, like, if she's there talking to us, then he's got to be around as well, right? That's all I'm trying to say. Oh, imagine playing this on an Ascendant, actually. And then you could go Raider, so that way you've got phasing, right? Ascendant has got Raider phasing. And then you go Occultist, so that way you have an additional curse, right? Don't those both work? I don't know if... Let me click the waypoint. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to create a character, one from each class, right? So that way I could look and see the changes. Oh, she hasn't ascended yet, has she? Oh my goodness. I haven't ascended yet on my Scion. Okay. Well, at least in regular PoE, the Raider has phasing. I don't know if the Raider on... gets further changed on Ruthless. But then you could go Occultist, so one additional curse. Pseudo stun immunity while you have energy shield. Increase effect of your curses, and then you could have phasing. Also, just chance to suppress and movement speed. That would be pretty nice. That would be pretty bonkers to play this on an Ascendant. Wait till you drop a Wither Gem. Yeah. I need a little bit more mana. I'm reserving a little bit too mana here. Too much mana. I'm going onto the beacon with no freeze immunity. Am I brave or just stupid? Probably both. Probably a mixture of both. Remember when I was sitting on like 50 chromatics and then I used them all? Who here remembers? That was probably just yesterday, wasn't it? No, I think it was last week, right? I spammed a whole bunch of stuff for chromes last week. Having the amount of items that we've got is both a good thing and a bad thing. I am very much looking forward to completing this challenge. And then being able to just like scale one character up. That's going to be fun. What's he got? He's got temporary revives, energy shield aura. Oh my goodness, this is obnoxious. Just because of the hinder. There we go. I feel like having phasing would also be nice, because for this character's playstyle, at least the way how I'm playing him, I'm constantly walking up into the middle of the pack. I'm not shooting things at a distance, right? I'm walking up so that way I'm able to apply my curse. Like, I can shoot stuff from far away, right? I could do that. I could be playing Hexblast from far away. But I think it's much more effective to just walk up, get close, and apply curses, and boom, everything dies. Who remembers? Pepperidge Farm remembers? Thank you, Dave. There you go. Dave remembers. Dave remembers all. Dave is our local owl. He is the one who remembers all things. Right? It's owls that can remember things? I don't remember. Alright, we're nearly to level 56 in a level 49 zone. I don't even care. Imagine a build guide for this. Imagine a build guide for this character. Alright. So here's what you're going to do. You're not going to take any of the good nodes on the inside of the tree. Just avoid those like they're the plague. Just go for some like chaos nodes, curse nodes on the outside of the tree. And then occasionally run over and grab some other life nodes. Silliest build of all time. And yet it's working. If anybody complains, oh, I can't play solo self-found. It's just too hard to progress the campaign. I don't know, man. If I can do it on a Slayer self-cast Hexblast, and I'm playing in Ruthless, come on now. Look at that. That was a rare monster. And these guys have got a lot of life. The statues. Statue specters are some of the largest life specters in the game. Those are no joke. Alright, what do we got? One other passive point? I guess I don't need to grab Iron Reflexes now, right? How much evasion do I have? I've got 500. So that'd be what? Like, it'd be like a 30% increase to my armor. So that sounds kind of good. Oh my goodness. I have to kill that. Yeah. Otherwise that's going to summon like a bazillion. Yeah, fire orbs. Is it dead? Yes, it's dead. Okay. A phalanged mace. Just what I've always wanted. Whoa, I got frozen. That was kind of spooky. I know it's not fast to you guys. I know it doesn't look fast at all compared to regular PoE. You're just going to need to trust me. This is fast. This is fast for me, at least. In Ruthless. I play Cast on Death, but even I get freeze immunity. Eventually I need to get it. Cast on Death portal? Yeah, not a bad one. Since you go into the middle of packs, you can your playstyle is to say it with your chest. That's true. I see, this is what I was saying earlier on. We're kind of playing this build almost as though it's a discharge build. Like, go into the middle of a pack and then just explode the pack, right? Although if it was discharge, we'd be like weapon swapping and stuff, right? Oh goodness. I had just enough move speed to get out of there. But look at this. Again, these are high HP mobs. The stone golems are. Ooh, that hurt. Speaking of high HP. But we're taking them down. Takes a couple of casts, but not a bazillion casts. Just a good amount. Did I? I don't think I killed Puppet Mistress. Did I go in and kill Puppet Mistress? I don't think I did. This is where I'm going to die because I'm going to get frozen. Nope. Nope. Does this guy have like a Hinder Aura or something? Oh, I'm drought. Oh my goodness, I have no flasks. That's spooky. That's very spooky. There we go. Freeze these suckers. Ooh. If one of those guys crits me, I'm going down. Ooh. All this talk of my good character. Only to die to stone golems, right? No, I'm not dead yet, though. We killed the guy with the drought, right? So, there we go. Jinkies. That was an intense fight. It's a good thing I didn't have freeze immunity. Otherwise, that wouldn't have been intense. No, that was from the drought and the Hinder Aura. Okay, those guys are chaos resistant. But guess what? I'm not fighting against your chaos resist, you suckers. I'm going against your fire resistance. It's crazy how good that is. Also, hopefully you guys can hear it. Hopefully it's coming across loud enough on the game sounds. Like, I am shattering things because things are being frozen. That's a pretty solid defensive layer. Like, to freeze things. Even though I'm running up into packs. Like, if a pack is frozen, it's not doing anything to you, right? So, as soon as I'm in the middle of the pack, they are all cursed. And then the freeze just pops them. Alright, there's the king himself. The Brine King. Which we have 2,000 life. What could I get with one more passive? Is there anything that I could get with one more passive that I really super duper need? I could get another 6% life. I don't think so. Could get another 6% life. I think we're... What should I even start heading towards? Maybe I fill out the inveterate. What am I at right now? I'm at 25%. So 25 plus 39 is what? 34 plus 30 is 64%. If I fill out inveterate, I'm at 64%. Oh, where is it? And I can come in and grab... Nope, nope. Where is it? Where did it go? There it is, Instinct. Instinct is how much? Is it 22%? No, that only puts me up to 80. 88% is what that would put me at. Maybe I grab Magebane at 215. I don't think that's quite enough. It'd be getting close. It'd be getting close. I could come through Aspect. No. Could come down here through Intuition. This is 8 plus another 16, is it? Yeah, it's 8 plus 16, so 24%. So inveterate and then grab some movement speed and life. I like that as a plan. Are you going to get Iron Reflexes on this character? I went down there to get it, but then I swapped off my chest piece, so I'm probably going to get it for an additional 500 armor, but maybe not. It's 2 passives for me to go down there and get it. But maybe the 10% strength here, or the 10 strength is actually going to free up our 30 strength here. Pretty sure I lose out on being able to use items. Oh, no, I don't? Okay, I can free up that 30 strength. It's because the boots have got strength on them. Oh. Let's grab some life. Can you cast at the edge of the screen? I can. But here's the thing with Hexblast. It's single target only. Like, how's the gem actually read? Deals chaos damage to a single enemy, dealing more damage if they are hexed, then removing the hex. If the enemy was hexed, also deals area damage to other enemies around the target. Boosting damage and removing hexes from those enemies in the same way. So, like, yes, I can shoot it at a single target on the edge of the screen. But if they're already cursed, a.k.a. from Flammability and Galvanic Field, or from, where is it, Blasphemy and Elemental Weakness, the damage becomes AoE. So that's where we're getting some of that damage from. Hexblast plus Black Flame with Castwell channeling Cyclone to mitigate the reduced duration on ignites from Black Flame. Applying Hex from Curse on hit ring. Oh, that sounds like a fun little build. Those statues were used for DD Necro? Yeah. Big time HP. So, like, right now, I want to play close, kind of. to the king, just so that way he stays cursed with both elemental and flammability. That's the goal, right? But if I wanted to stand far away, like I can shoot that guy from far away, right? But until he's actually cursed, like it's just a single blast. See the single purple blast? But once something is actually cursed, then we actually do a pretty significant amount of damage through Hexblast. I hope that makes sense. Like, you do good single target damage. It's okay single target damage to the edge of the screen if something's not cursed. But you just do way more damage in an AoE, which if you're fighting against packs, you again, once you attack them, like with your Hexblast, you can attack them again in order to trigger the AoE. You can do that. This is going okay. This is surprising. I'm just surprised that a Slayer, like it speaks to the power of Hexblast as a gem. A Slayer with some curses is able to pull this off. That shatter sound effect is still probably the best sound effect in the game. Is there a better sound effect? I guess when a Mirror of Calandra would drop. But other than that, big time slam. Oof. Oof. He's getting shocked up to 12%. I think 12% was the biggest that I saw. Down goes Brine King. I don't think I got my Chevron reward either, did I? I don't think I did. So I think I'm missing a couple of passives. I'm kind of famous for doing that now after the last character where I forgot to get my, not Duresso, forgot to get my Hargan, the busts from Act 3. All right, let's update the stream. Woo! Duelist is now in Act 7. Update. He's only got 3 more acts to go. Ta-da! Updated. I don't hear the shadow. Don't know about others. Oh, that's a bummer. Maybe I've got it turned down too low. Sound effects. Maybe I've got it too low on the stream. Hey, thanks, Dave. All right, let's go back over to Act 6 and grab passives. What did I not grab? I did not grab Puppet Mistress. Oh, I did not kill Abrath either. Okay. Is there anything that I'm missing from the first few? Oh, I did not do Dweller of the Deep? Are you kidding me? Okay, we'll go back and do Dweller of the Deep. What else? A lot of these are just gems. Okay. All right, I'm missing Dweller of the Deep. Let's go back and do Dweller of the Deep. I'm playing Bane at the moment. Will not say in Ruthless. I wonder how Bane would compete against Hexblast. That was originally, in case you didn't know, that's what this character was originally supposed to be. Because in Ruthless, right, one of the things that's scarce is support gems, right? So the theory... Does my Galvanic Field kill these guys? Probably not, right? The theory does no damage. So what a stupid question. The theory was play Bane, for no other reason than Bane scales damage with active gems, right? Which are curses. So, in a game mode where support gems are not as readily available, playing a build that is reliant on active skill gems, namely curses, which you can acquire both through the quests and through the use of your Ciosa gems. Ciosa acts a little bit differently in Ruthless. Right? So Ciosa only gives you stuff in exchange for very specific currency used only in conjunction with Ciosa. So you only get 2 of those per character. So you essentially have 2 gems that you can use. 2 active gems that you can purchase from Ciosa. And they're not auras, not supports, right? Got to be active gems. So, if you're playing Bane, you can use those two uncarved gemstones, I think is what they're called, in order to trade with Ciosa to get 2 additional curses. So then you could be operating minimally on a 3-link, right? Bane plus 2 curses. That was the theory. That was the build idea that we were messing around with this character. However, we've been playing Hexblast since like level what? Whatever level we could use it. At first we were using it in conjunction with Sunder, and then it was like, oh no, you could just use Hexblast. And it was like, oh really? Oh, okay. Well, how do we scale this up? What do we do about this? It kind of clicked in my head once we went Blasphemy, and then it's like, oh, just play it like it's a discharge character. Walk up into the middle of a pack, and then just go boom. All right, so let's go get that passive point from Tarkley. This is by the way what I'm saying about how bad I'm playing this build. This should speak to the power of the gem, not the build, because the build is garbage, right? We've already said the passive tree is yuck. We've said what else? Not only is the passive tree yuck, the ascendancy is yuck, right? It's not optimized. Is there anything else that I'm missing here? I think this is this is a skill gem reward, right? Yeah. We said we didn't care about any of this. Okay, Act 2. I think Intruders in Black. Is this a belt? Wait. Am I just a moron? I think I'm a moron. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want any of these as an option. We're thinking about using Frenzy to get Frenzy charges, but... Okay, and then this, I think, is also a skill gem that I've not grabbed from Almora. Yeah, this is our mark. Okay. There is nothing else. Okay, away we go. All right, Act 5, we did everything. Act 6, we have not done Aberath or Puppet Mistress. Okay. Puppet Mistress. I don't have any Chaos Res, so I might want to use a Chaos Resistance belt for this. I think I was saying come down here through Intuition and Quickstep. Anybody have any other suggestions what we should do with this jank build? Can you make a super zoomy, speedy Gonzalez Hexblast character? I'm sure you could. I'm absolutely sure you could. Use, what is it? Smoke Mine? Smoke Mine would be good as well. Yeah, in trade? Yeah. In trade regular league, I'm sure you could. That would be... Again, almost all the damage off of this is just coming off of these 2 wheels. In fact, I shouldn't say almost all the damage. All the damage, in terms of the passive tree, is just coming off of Heart of Darkness and then Whispers of Doom and Curse Mastery. That's the only damage that's on the tree. And then the only damage I've got in my weapons is just... Or on my gear is just +1 level. So it's nothing. All right, I am open to suggestions about what we want to do with our passives at this point. I'm open to suggestions. I'm thinking go inside, Inveterate, but I'm going to go Inveterate maybe second because this is move speed down here by Quickstep. That's what I'm thinking. Actually, at the moment, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to round out some more life. That sounds good. The other thing that we could do is we could come in and do one with evil, so that way we have a whole bunch more chaos resist. That's probably what I should do. I think that's basically what I've done with most of my characters, like roughly Act 7 going into Act 8. Because there is a slightly more chaos damage in Act 8. With some of the monsters that show up there. Okay, this is all Garbo. Alright, let's sell it all. Alright, put this in rings. Look at how many iron rings I've got. Sheesh, 1,000,000 iron rings. I'm actually going to try and roll a jeweler's on this. There we go. I've at least got 3 sockets now. So if those two did go blue, then that's a link. So that's nice. I don't like Smoke Mine too much. You wouldn't have to use Smoke Mine. I'm just saying it's something you could do. My point is there's a lot of things that you could do to optimize this that have not been done at the moment. Especially in Trade League. Oh, I was going to grab Chaos. Let's grab a Chaos Flask. For while we fight Puppet Mistress. Where is it? Here it is. Alright. I'm pretty sure I can upgrade my flasks as well. I'm also not using Steel Skin, but that's because I use Steel Skin on a different character at the moment. There we go. There's an immunity to chill. Immunity to freeze and chill right there. Okay, let's go talk to Bestel. Refill our flasks. And away we go. Go kill Puppet Mistress. I think you could, like I said, you could go Ascendant. If you go Ascendant, then you can pretty easily, get, what is that? Move speed from the Raider, Curse from the Occultist, and then just do whatever you want in terms of your passive tree. Like, go up and get +1 Curse, which I guess you wouldn't even have to get if you didn't want to. You would not have to get +1 Curse from the passive tree, because you've already got +1 Curse from, just from the nature of being a Occultist. So I'm trying to think what else you'd want to do. This is the path right here, right? Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. There it is. At this point, I think this character is showing as a meme without intending to be a meme, because it is hardcore. That Hexblast is just really strong. Like, even with super duper suboptimal choices, you can still make some awesome things happen. You could play this as like an elementalist, where all of your damage shocks, right, or all of your damage chills. You could that would actually be a great idea. Do this as a heat shiver build, right? Do it as your scaling cold. That'd be an option. All right, this will go up to level 48, so it needs to level up one more time. Walk up. There we go. Walk up to the Ruthless's nest. Curse it. And explode it. There we go. Walk up to the last one. This might be a little tricky because she spits poison, right? She spits chaos damage. So this might be a little tricky. We'll see how it goes. Alright, here she is. Alright, she's gonna jump around. Alright, she's gonna jump around. Again, the boss damage is not that great. Imagine, though, if you're in Trade League and you can do added chaos damage. Like, flat added chaos damage support gem would not be bad. That'd add some more decent damage. You could scale up your ignites. Scaled. That's another way to play it, too, is just to scale it as an ignite build. So I think Elementalist could give you a lot of options, because you could play it as like a chill build, as a scaling down somebody's cold resist, scaling up your chill effect. You wouldn't have that much cold damage, like for Heat Shiver to convert, but you could kind of do it that way. Wouldn't be great. It wouldn't be the biggest numbers-wise, but it'd be something for you to do. Alright, here's another passive, and then we can go kill Aberrath. Alright. What did I just say I was going to do? I just filled out the life. Oh, I said I was going to come in here and do Chaos Resistance. Oh, you know the other thing I wanted to do? I wanted to do the life recoup. That's what I wanted to do. Infused Flesh. That looked really fun, because I've never done this on a character. This is, what do we say? It's 30% of damage taken recouped as life? That's just crazy. That sounds good to me, too. I could come down here and do cloth. Oh, man. This is what Cap and I were laughing about yesterday. As soon as I start doing one passive wheel, I'm like, oh, there's like 10 more passive wheels I want to do. All right, but we're going to do the Chaos Resistance. No, actually, we're not. We're not. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're gonna do this. We're going to do the Infused Flesh. We're going to try that. We're going to see if we take a hit, if we actually notice recouping that damage. Okay, so everything is done here except for Aberrath. So he's Western Force. No, he's not Western Force. He's Prisoner's Gate, right? Hey, speaking of which, Kappa, welcome, welcome. We were just laughing about how I'm not sure about which passive notables to go for next. So, you know, I'm going to start like 10 different passive trees, or 10 different notable wheels. I think I'm actually going to try Infused Flesh, though. And we'll see if that damage taken recouped as life is something that's helpful or not. So we've progressed all the way to Act 7 on this character so far today. The damage on oh, I'm ignited, that's what it is. Oh, you're hexproof? Oh, that's obnoxious. That would be another advantage of playing as Occultist on Ascendant. Right? Or no, am I thinking wrongly? Oh, no, she doesn't get it. Okay, just base Occultist gets it. Never mind. Cancel what I said. Vampirism Wheel and Infused Flesh are 2 recoup wheels for life. I don't remember where Vampirism... I think Vampirism I'm not that close to, though. I'm close to the Infused Flesh, though. Like, it's right along the path of the tree. Because, you know, I path everywhere on this tree. That's actually the way forward. I don't want to go that way. Anything you want as long as you complete the loop? That is the goal, isn't it? Oh, he inflicts corrupted blood. Okay. Well, let's see if we can't blow him up. See, look at that. We're freezing him? Feels good, man. Blasphemy support getting levels. Alright, let's go here. So now I've got 12% of damage taken, recouped as life. I probably should trade off my Chaos Flask for a Ruby Flask here. That would probably be a wise decision. I was watching a video by Wolfilo. I always say his name wrong. Wolfilo? Anyway, I was watching a video from him the other day, and he has this great line while he's testing out a character concept. And he's like, look guys, I've got really low gems. I've got a scuffed tree. I've got nothing set up the way how I'd want it. So for this video, I just want you to imagine that I'm doing damage. And I thought that was a great line. Just imagine that let's just all pretend that I'm actually doing damage here. It's like, oh man, that's me with every build in Ruthless. But this character actually does some damage. Right from the witch starting area is vampirism. Okay. Is it right here? Yeah, it is. Okay. See, that's a ways away. That's inside. That's going inside the wheel, Patrick. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 nodes inside the wheel. I don't know, man. Like, look at this. This is 5 passives over here to get Golem's blood. I could actually make this a little bit more efficient if I came this way, right? Because this would be 1, 2, 3. I could get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, because then I wouldn't be able to come down and get Golem's blood. Could just get rid of Golem's blood. But what am I replacing it with? Come in and grab Sentinel and then go grab the Silent Life Wheel, maybe? Tankiness-wise, this character is actually tankier at this point in the game than my Sabo in terms of his numbers. Now, my Sabo had... Well, no, he didn't quite have blind yet, right? He didn't have his second ascendancy quite yet. All right, take this. We're going to keep that, but we're going to put these 2 back. Where's our ruby flask? Here's a ruby flask. Okay. You could also get the life wheel of melding when you're there. Melding is down in here. Yeah, but there's the life wheel written in blood that's right here. There's also a life wheel that's... Where else am I missing a life wheel? Oh, I'm not missing this one, actually. I'm way far away from thick skin. That's the one I was thinking of. Written in blood is right here. I'm not that far away from herbalism either. Is herbalism actually the same distance as written in blood? That'd be kind of funny. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. So it's actually the same distance, even though it looks different. Are you going to get Overleech? Should I get Overleech? On my Slayer, the plan is to go in and get Headsman. That's the plan. Because 20% cull in Ruthless, that's going to make the Kitava fight a lot easier, right? That's the theory. That's the theory, anyway. We're doing okay damage here. Now remember, it's when he summons his... Yep, it's when he summons his other guys. That's when things can get a little hairy. Okay, but we already phased him. There you go. Not bad. So no third lab? Probably not. I haven't gotten third lab on basically anybody else. It's just not worth the risk, right? I go in there and die on a trap like right before I'm about to kill Kitava. No bueno. Or I go in there and I die to Azaro because he's got a good mechanic that day and I wasn't paying attention or something. Sounds no bueno. I'm not sure. I don't think I've gotten my third lab on anybody. Did I get my third lab on my Righteous Fire character? I don't think so. Okay, he is ignited. Comes his buddies. Okay, he's empowered. Watch his buddies. He is ignited. And down goes Aberrath. All right. So that's another passive point. That's good news. All right, this gives us Infused Flesh, which is now 30% total damage taken, recouped his life. It's 20% more damage. I know it's a lot more damage. It's just, it's not worth risking dying on. Murkazaro is often stronger than Act 10 Kitava. Yes, he is. He's scary. He's very, very scary. Like, the thing is the time put in to get that third lab, just because we're, like, if we were aiming for a regular mapping character, would definitely go in and get it. Because we're just doing this Zonky challenge that I've made up, where we're just playing a whole bunch of characters to Act 10 Kitava, not quite that thrilling. Not quite worth it, right? Man, this guy's got a lot of HP. But down he finally goes. I think I'm getting stunned in the midst of my cast. I think that's what's happening there. Oh, look. It's the dirty lockbox. No, I meant the call is 20% more damage. Oh yeah, so I go in and I get the second ascendancy. I just don't get the third. Yes, you're absolutely right, Jack. You're absolutely right. Oh no, you're chaos resistant? Oh no, but what if I fight you based on your fire res? That's such a silly little... Just a silly little twist of words. Makes all the difference in the world. Oh, how is this character going to go against Lunaris and Solaris? That might actually be tricky. Well, against Solaris, the trick is just to stand behind her while she's firing off all of her beams. Lunaris will probably take some damage from falling rocks. The scimitars. Absolution? What about Absolution? We're playing Hexblast right now, Steven. Good question though. It looks like Absolution when it fires off at the edge of the screen. If I do that, it does kind of look like Absolution, doesn't it? If I just fire single target edge of the screen. But once I fight something that's actually been cursed, boom. Then you can tell it's Hexblast because it's not terrible. No, I actually don't know. Is Absolution good now? Have they buffed Absolution over the last year? Is it much better than what it used to be? Whoops. Ice Prison and Extra Life. Well, what if I curse you with Extra Curse? You know, if I had a Delirium Jewel, I think that would probably be worth it on a skill tree that's as janky as this. To go in and get Curse Effect, if I had one of those. But I think I just have one Spellcaster Jewel, and it did not roll curses on it. Hello, Yena. Absolution is now one of the best minion skills? Oh, really? So I'm going to have to become an Absolution player? It's kind of spooky. Okay. Well, you know. As Bob Dylan once said, times they are a-changin'. You wanna play minions, a specter, a zombie. But times they are a-changin'. I should go back in and rewrite rewrite old 60s and 70s anti-Vietnam War songs, protest songs, but rewrite them with PoE themes. There's a few of you, I think, who would remember some of those songs. Get a little Crosby, Stills, and Nash. 4 Dead in Ohio. Get some Fortunate Son. What would the song be for Fortunate Son for for a PoE related thing? It'd have to be about a mirror dropping, right? It'd have to be about a mirror dropping. It ain't me. No, it ain't me. I ain't no fortunate son. Galvanic Field, sure, we can level up. Maybe I actually don't want to level up Galvanic Field. Is it costing more mana as I level it? Absolution is just SRS with cooler MTX. Oh, really? Does it target? Does it home in? Give peace a chance. There you go. I like it. What are some other protest songs we could redo with a PoE theme? I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not protesting anything about PoE right now. I feel like the game is in an amazing spot. I said that in a video earlier this league. I feel like Path of Exile, in general, is... I think it's even better than when I left it. Like, I definitely think it's improved since I left. Maybe I was the cause, huh? I don't think I can take credit for that. But I think the game, with the removal of Arch Nemesis, it seems like everybody's happier. Oh goodness, what's this? This is something that does damage, but it's dead. Ah, that feels good. This feels like a softcore build in hardcore. That's what I'll say. After playing like all these other builds that I've played that are like, oh my gosh, I need to maximize my defenses and make sure this and make sure that. And now it's just like, well, play Hexblast, make sure that I've got my curses on. Go boom boom. Oh, do you have some awesome uniques for that setup? Do you have a specific skill tree? Yeah, go around the outside. That's the skill tree. Oh, do you have a specific ascendancy? Yeah, anyone that'll give you any damage. Oh, man. What other protest songs? I'm gonna have to pull up a protest song playlist. Then bust out a pencil and some notepads. Begin working. Okay, this is 2 rares right here. 2 rares, and they're both already dead. Before I could even read what they actually had on them. Hexblast just leveled up again. Grasping Vines. Bada boom. Here in Italia, they play on radio station I listen to for Ukraine and RU. Oh, there you go. It'd be a sad country song about no divines dropping and not getting your chess piece to link. That's funny. That's funny. All right, let's go say hi to Alva. Hi, Alva. You've got great stuff that I haven't seen for literally more than a year. And I wish I could go and see you right now, but I'm sure I would die. Actually, this character would probably be the best character out of all my characters to go in and mess with Alva stuff. Maybe, well, maybe the Righteous Fire character still would beat it out. Probably, yeah, the Righteous Fire. Who am I kidding? The Righteous Fire character would still be the best. All right, Crossroads up to Malagaro's Sanctum. I agree with Arch Nemesis gone. PoE is in a great spot. It really is. I don't think people have genuinely played this long into a league for multiple years. Like I will say this as a casual player of Path of Exile, right? As a dad with a bunch of kids and a wife and a job and other responsibilities in life, I will just say I don't remember a league where this many people were still commenting, we're still stopping by the stream, we're still playing, we're still asking for POB help. Like, generally, after the first month of a league, just talking trends, generally people are done. Like, whether they're casual or hardcore, whatever. I'm talking about PoE. Like, sure, the forums still have people talking. Sure, there are still the big-time streamers who are playing for, you know, full-time job, because that's their job. But for the most part, a lot of us in the G3 community, a lot of people are done about a month in. People go over and play other games. And there's still a decent amount of people playing. It's not as much, obviously, as when a league first comes out, but it's decent. Oh, boy. Lightning totems. Let's get wrecked, yeah. I hate lightning totems. This guy scares me. Alright. Just keep popping them. Just keep popping them. There we go. Just keep popping them. Oh, can't move. Just keep popping them. There we go. Down he goes. Alright. Hate lightning totems. Well, the waypoint is there, and Silk is awaiting. Times they are a-changin'. 85 maximum life and 25% move speed. Oh, boy! Oh, those look good. It's more life than what I've got right now. I'm going to lose the strength, which means I can't use any of my items. No, I just can't use this. Okay. How much strength do I need? 29 more strength. Okay, so I can do this. I can do the prowess thing. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. What did I just put a passive point into? I just put a passive point into. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. We'll do this. And we'll swap this over once we ding our next passive. Because we're almost there. We're almost there. True, I love the Steel Mage's YouTube videos. His are great. And your stream and Quinn sometimes. Oh my goodness. Some people who play this game for a living, man, they are amazing entertainers. That is what I will say. I mean, they also just have an incredible amount of knowledge of the game. But I'll put it to you this way. When I have time to watch some PoE stuff, like, oftentimes I've got my kids around. I'm not going to watch Steel Mage or Quinn when I've got my kids around, right? That's just how I'll say that. Right? There are some streamers I can watch, and some streamers I can't with my kids around. Okay, let's put this into prowess, and then we'll swap this over here. And then look at our life. Our life actually goes down by 13 points, but that's because we lost out on so much strength. But we gained 25 move speed. Look at that. Whee! Oh my goodness. That makes a difference. Oh man. It's like when we found haste the other day. It's like, oh wow. This is what it feels like to be slightly mobile? This is fun. All right, now Steel Skin, this zone is like the zone built for Steel Skin. Just because of all the bleeds that are in this zone. By the way, I don't say that in any way to discount what other streamers do. That is not... Those people have made a living out of playing video games. That is props to them for their dedication and their hard work. There's no joke that it is a hard job. It is a hard thing to be able to sit in front of a screen, no matter what job it is. Just to be able to sit in front of a screen for hours on end. That in and of itself is a difficult task. But then to do it in an entertaining manner, and playing one game primarily, like that's a tough thing. Like not being able to say, yeah, I just want to go play something different today. It is no doubt work. It's no doubt work. And a lot of people really value it. Right? If you're at work and you want to pull up something on your second screen, so don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not hating on anybody here. I'm just saying there are times where I can watch like Quinn or Steel Mage. And those times are generally when my kids aren't around because you never know what's going to get said. So I did enjoy watching what was it? I think everybody in the entire Path of Exile world enjoyed watching the Quinn fight the endgame bosses, where his build just could not die. He was able to tank like all the slams. It was just absolutely insane what his build was able to tank. Which, as I was watching that, all I was thinking of was, oh my goodness, this is a build after my own heart. Just, who cares if it does damage? Just make sure it doesn't die. It's a fantastic approach to hardcore. Tough thing. Come on, it ain't roofing. I think different things are difficult in different ways, right? You're right. It's not roofing. It's not coal mining. It's not sailing, right? There's lots of things that when I say tough, it's not tough in the same genre or same way as those other things are. But I think it does require a certain amount of... Some of you may understand this, some of you may not, and that's fine. I think it takes maybe only Dave and a few others who are... I'm going to sound like I'm an old fart here. But at the risk of sounding like an old fart, it takes a certain level of mental discipline to be your own boss. And to wake up every day and to say, what is my goal for the day? What is my goal for the week? What is my goal for the month? And then to aim for that. Now, of course, you can be an entrepreneur and do that in all sorts of different fields. But I think basically every streamer has to have that mindset, right? There's no boss necessarily over top of you saying, hey, you need to do this, and you need to hit this, and you need to hit this. There are some settings where there are gaming houses and gaming teams and sponsored games and sponsored gamers and sponsored events and those sorts of things where you will have a manager and a coach who will help you with some of those things, but that's far more common in the esports world, in the competitive gaming world, than it is just in the streaming world at large, right? So anyway, that's what I mean by it's difficult. That there is a certain level of mental discipline that you've got to have to be able to get after your goals each and every day. And for a lot of those streamers, like I'll use Quinn and Zizran as examples. They've got families. They've got families that are depending on them. It's not just they're not in a stage of life where they're just going, well, what can I do for a few bucks? Well, I don't have to pay rent. Or, well, I have to pay rent, but it's rather minimally low. Right? Those are folks that have got to support other people with their endeavors. Again, that's just something that I respect. I hold in high regard. People who care for their families and can figure out awesome ways to do that. I think that's praiseworthy in and of itself. Whether that's working in a coal mine, whether that's roofing in the winter in Alaska, working construction, or whether that's playing a video game and making it such that it's valued enough that people see the value of it and thank you by paying you. It's pretty cool. Every day. Yeah, I think Zizran at some point posted a video I don't know if I could find it now. But I'm sure somebody could. To go and look on Zizrain's channel. I think he posted a video a couple years ago where he described like how many days he had taken off in the last several years. That he had lost friendships. He had rocky relationships with some folks in extended family relationships. Because he just never took a day off in order to make sure that he always had his streaming audience going. That's crazy. You know? You might say that's workaholism. I think there's a certain level of balance that anybody would want in their life, but again, I'm not commenting on the practices of other folks. I guess I am commenting on it, but I'm trying to commend it. I'm trying to say this is what I mean when I say I respect it to a certain extent. I respect anybody that works to provide for their family. Okay, so Chamber of Sins level 2 is where we want to go. You guys taught me that the trick to this was to follow the way in, right? Wasn't that what you guys said? Wasn't there a trick to this? Well, there's the magic pack. I like finding the magic pack. See, with Prolif, I feel like we cleared packs a little bit better. But I feel like with Conk Effect in instead, we do more damage. So, I'm okay with it. If you lose a friendship over this, it wasn't a friendship to begin with. Yeah. Yeah, I can't comment too much about that, right? You never know what the scenarios are and what the situations are, and For instance, I've had personal situations where I've had to say yes to one friend's wedding and no to another friend's wedding. Or I've had to say, no, I can't go to somebody's funeral, but yes, I can go to somebody else's social function. Right? That can be really tough, depending on what culture you're in, depending on what part of the world you're in, depending on your relationships with your family. That can be really tough. That can put you on thin ice. So, but now we're talking relationships. We're no longer talking PoE. Now we're talking interpersonal relationships, human beings, those sorts of things. I went the completely wrong way. I should have gone this way, right? Ooh, flammability is going to level up. Oh no, elemental weakness is going to level up. Follow the exit near the waypoint. That's what it is, Dave. Thank you. So whichever way the waypoint is pointing is the way to go. I need to remember that. I know you guys told me that last time. I just forgot which one it was already. Forgot the tip already. I agree. Success in almost any field is based more on ambition and stick-to-itiveness than it is based on talent. Yeah. If you lose a friendship over this... Oh, sorry. I already read that comment. You're right. Let's change the subject. I don't like human beings. Let's change it to something we all like. PoE. That's fair. That's very fair. PoE official news. Feast your eyes on this. Patch notes. Uh-oh. Guys, let's go read some patch notes. By the end of the week, we'll be releasing a 320 patch, 320.2 patch on PC. Bug fixes, offline party support, and another batch of Voidborn reliquary submissions. Okay. Improvements and updates. Added support for party members to go offline while staying in the party. When you log out, you can now stay in your party, though you can still be kicked from the party while offline. After you've been offline for 2 minutes, you will automatically be kicked from the party. That's kind of nice. I can see where that's useful. right? Then you can exit and then rejoin a hideout or something. Exiting the game and you don't have to get reinvited. That's nice. Added kick from party back to the options available when right-clicking on other players' messages in chat. Nice. Added 45 more foiled unique items. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of people donating to GGG. That's a lot. Added an area description for the Twice Blessed Dark Shrine. Sacrifice a corrupted map. Create a new corrupted map of the same tier. Harvest crafting now requires a rare corrupted map to be sacrificed. Some Sanctum monsters can now be spectered, and spectered versions of Stalking Geist will now be able to attack enemies. Lowered the resistances and maximum attack distance of the spectered version of Igneous Gargoyle? Guys, do I need to go build a Spectre character? It's now possible to view your Voidborn Reliquary submission on the website and withdraw it if it has not yet been confirmed. Updated the description of blah, blah, blah. Okay, anything for Ruthless? Uh-oh. Ruthless specific changes. Here we go. Fixed a bug where the antagonist modifier on heist contracts and blueprints was not providing any stats in Ruthless. Fixed a bug where certain minion delve encounters were not giving any rewards in Ruthless. Oh my. Okay, those are the only changes for Ruthless. And the rest of it's all bug fixes. Okay. Well, that's cool. Let's go post and say thank you. Oh, got to sign in. You want to know my super secret method to tell how popular a league is? Sure. Tell us, Kappa. Is this trademarked? Do you need to send this to me as a PM? Do we need to sign an NDA that we won't share this on YouTube? I just want to make sure. I don't want to violate any verbal contractual agreements here. Oh, he does extra chaos damage. That's kind of spooky. Alright, I need to go get some spell suppression. That's the next thing that this character needs to do. Spell suppression, and I don't even know what else. I'm open to suggestions. I genuinely have no idea what else to get on this character. There's no more, like, chaos damage to get on the tree, right? I could see this build tapering out then, right? Because it's not like we're scaling damage with the passive tree. Maybe I'd just be scaling it with cluster jewels. I guess at this point, the rest of my passive tree is just going to be defensive layers. Right? That's the easy answer. If there's no more offensive masteries for me to go for, no more big trees, no more big wheels for me to go for on the tree, then the next thing to do is just stack up suppression, maybe stack up some armor. Oh, Jeweler's Orb. Nice. There we go. That's exciting. We are level 58 in a level 52 zone. So we are catching up on our experience. It feels so good to have move speed boots. Finally, it only took us until what? Act 7. Are we about halfway through Act 7? No, not quite. We're getting there, though. I feel like once we fight Groose, that's the halfway point. What do you have Hexblast linked to? Find any good supports for it? Asked Chris. Yes, Chris. We've got a couple that are useful. Right now we're using Arcane Surge, which you can see is proccing up here in the top left. We're also using Ice Bite support, which is giving us a chance to gain frenzy charges on kill. It's also adding a little bit of cold damage. We really don't care for the cold damage. Cold damage doesn't matter that much. But the fact that we're getting frenzy charges, it's good. It's additional damage, right? So we're using Ice Bite in that slot, Arcane Surge, and then we're using Concentrated Conk Effect for the 4th gem. I wouldn't have to be using that Before we were using, not Ignite Prolif, Elemental Ailment Prolif. Ooh, that was some damage there. Got to remember that. Those guys actually slap. And that was pretty good for the clear, but not so good for single target. And so swapping over to Conk Effect has helped with single target. What a shock, right? What a shock. The patent is pending. Oh, that's fair. Got to wait for the patent then. Oh, let's go buy the unique monster. They have not dropped a unique for us all league. So we're just going to avoid them, you know. We'll show them who's boss. All right, that's Arcane Surge. Nice. You mean to tell me you guys aren't hearing the shatter? Are you guys still not hearing the shatter effect? Cast a random hex. Magic monsters. Okay. Cold, chill, freeze resistant. That's fine. He's also got extra life. Don't care. Look at this. 21% shock value. 18%. It's pretty good. Yeah, there's about a gazillion ascendancies that I think this character would be better played on. But I'm nonetheless glad that we're getting to play this character at all, because I never would have considered Hexblast a decent way to level up. Never would have thought of it. I just would have been like, what? Essence Drain Contagion. That's how you level up for Chaos. Nope. Oh, also, if I do get some better defenses on the tree, I could swap out my shield. Because I've got another +1 level to all Chaos spells. I've got a +1 shield that dropped for me. So that would be cool. That would add some more damage. Full drop Orb of Alchemy. Let's go! Let's go! Okay, what do we use it on? We are rich. Lightning and extra damage exposure. Ooh, he hurt. He do damage. There we go. Extra life cannot be slowed. Well, that's just silly. According to the wiki, Conk Effect doesn't apply to the single target hit on the AoE Nova. Oh, really? It feels good. Like, Conk Effect feels like it's doing more damage. So is it not, are you telling me it's not helping on the explosion? Or is it not helping on the single target? Because I feel like it's helping on the single target. On the target that I actually initially hit, I feel like I'm doing much better damage with Conk Effect. But maybe not. I'm always open to being told I'm wrong. Tell my wife almost every day. Been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. Maybe I'm wrong this time. Would cast speed really help my build? I don't know, because I think my mana regen is not that great. So like if I just stand here and cast, I think it's actually my mana that's the problem. It's not just the cast speed. Down goes Groost. Alright, we are now halfway through Act 7. I do hear it? Okay, I'm glad you hear the Frozen Shatters, because it's only like the coolest thing in PoE. Only the AoE Nova? Okay. ED for single target and Bane for clear with Obliteration. ED wouldn't be bad if I had more blue links, just to throw in another ED. We talked about that earlier on in this character's progression, like just throwing in Essence Drain, just so that way there was another tick of damage going on. Right? Because it's damage that is being applied while I'm then also constantly spamming Hexblast. I really noticed this node. This node is really good. Infused flesh. That is really good. I take a big hit and then I'm recouping a portion of it. I'm recouping 30% of it actually. That's pretty good. Here we go. I'll just get hit for a second. See, I'm getting hit. Now there I actually had to pop flask, but there we go. I'm getting hit. But see, I recoup. Get hit. And then without a flask, I'm recouping that damage. My health is going up. It's not bad. Oh, no wonder some of it was being silly. It's because this guy's got to bleed. This is the build that I wanted Discharge to be. Like when I was saying a couple weeks ago, hey, can we make Discharge work in Ruthless? This is basically the playstyle that we had in mind. Walk up to stuff, cast once or twice, and boom. To quote the witch, everything dies. Alright, so let's... What am I going to need? I'm going to need spell suppression, that's what I keep saying. And I'm going to need chaos resistance. Let's go get some chaos resistance. Let's do this wheel next. Yeah, let's be positive in our chaos resistance when we go in to fight Dodre. Because there's a lot of chaos damage down in the sewers. There's a lot of caustic around and stuff like that. Uh-oh. Unique guy. He's chilled. He's shocked up to 26%. Nice. There we go. I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, did I miss the... Yep, I missed the entrance. Gruthkill will be another passive point. I think that's the last passive point here, right? Oh no, Whalem. Whalem will give us another passive point as well. And then if we ding a level one time, that'll give us the 3 passives that we need for 45% chaos resistance. So that'll be quite a good amount. Whoa! Speaking of chaos resistance, I will need some chaos resistance. You've skipped my secret formula? Kappa, where's your secret formula? I must have missed it. I don't see it in chat. Recoup Life is incredibly underrated in my opinion. It's pretty good. Coming back to Hexblast and Conk Effect in POB, it only affects the AoE and not single. But as targets are cursed, doesn't Iron always AoE? That's true. So maybe that's why it's always working for me, because I'm not casting it at full range where stuff isn't cast or stuff isn't cursed. Maybe. That's a good thought process, Patrick. Possible explanation. Man, that feels good to shatter everything. A mahogany tower shield. Ooh. Okay, is that the right level? Cast when damage taken now? Level 50. Yeah, so that's the right level for this. Okay. Another Firefly up here. Another Firefly over here. Gruthkill's on the left, okay. What's my Fizz resist at right now? 50%? Ooh. I might actually need to depend on my flasks a little bit in there. Also with my alchemy, maybe I could go reroll a belt. Imagine having a belt that actually had like life and resistances on it. Imagine a world. In a world where players actually have items that are more valuable than just a single transmute. A whole new world. That's what it's going to feel like playing regular PoE again. Even playing in the Gauntlet, it's still going to feel so much different. Just going over to the crafting bench. I'm never going to have any currency in that event. Because anytime I get currency, I'm just going to go stare at the crafting bench and spend it all. Be like, look at all this currency. I'm going to be in Act 2 and have, like, perfect resists. No, actually, there's too many recipes to find to get perfect resists at that point, right? Probably too low level. It'd be like plus 10 fire resist. Even still, that's more than what we've had available to us in Ruthless. All right, let's drop off the alchemy so that way if Gruthkill blows us up. Alright, with this passive, we do the spend on Chaos Resistance. Okay, what else? Oh, we could come in here. That's also increased life, right? It's 15% life. Could be something. Actually, that flask charge effect might actually be worth more than what I'm giving it in Ruthless, since we get reduced charges gained in Ruthless. That kind of sounds good. See, right now this is a mana issue, not a cast speed issue. What are these stacks that she applies? Gruthkill's Despair? Might have to go look that up. Alright, talk to Aramir. We already have the Fireflies. Ta-da! That's another passive. Alright, so now we've got plus 15 Chaos Resist. I like it. You know what? This character deserves some MTX. You know? Ooh. We're doing fire damage. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. No, the Metamorph is the... Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. I like that. Where's... Actually, the Basilisk would probably be pretty cool for this character. Yeah, let's do that. I'm a snake. I'm a fiery snake. Oh, look at that. Look at my hat. Oh, there we go. I love that hat. That's the hat that we got for killing... I forget when that was, but for killing Brian King. We could put some horns in here. I like going with the double horns. There we go. Double horns. All right, what's the other one? Let's go with some wings. Firefly wings? No, thanks. There we go. Now we've got our little abyssal cloak, delirium cloak. All right, boots, basilisk boots. There we go. I like it. I like it. I like it. There we go. The seraph character effect. Nice. No, it's too bright. There we go. Celestial. And portal. Use the breach because everything's purple. All right, I need a pet. Where's my birds? Where are my birds at? There we go. Did I already do footprints? Breach footprints. Yay. Okay. All right, away we go. YouTube is censoring me? Oh, send me a PM on Discord then. If you Google PoE in the official site, is first, the league is doing well. If Edgar pops up, the league is unalive. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Oh, look, a delirium. Guys, should we risk doing a delirium? Ooh. Do we dare a delirium on this garbage character? Do we risk it? The answer is yes. Let's do it. Dun 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 dun. I should have my rampage gloves on this character. That's what I should be doing. Look, those guys have a ton of life. Those guys have a no-joke amount of life. This guy's got extra life, cannot be stunned. Boom, down he goes. Ribbit. Good old delirium. That's a rare. Oh, watch out. That's an explosion. There we go. We got level 2 rewards. Let's go. Level 2 rewards on Delirium. Alright. There we go. Level 2. Alright, where are my rewards? Small and medium. Alright. Extra life. Spreads caustic ground. Oh my goodness. There we go. Alright, what do we get? Oh, this is going the wrong way. Need to go to the left. Life and regeneration. Okay. And cold damage over time. Oh, that's funny. My hero font. Where's my hero font? He's all excited. He's getting hot and bothered. Cold damage over time. My hero font build could have used that. What is this guy? He's got siphons mana? Oh my gosh, stop siphoning my mana. No, stop it. Go away. Go away. Stop siphoning my mana. I already have like no mana. I have 66 unreserved mana. I have no mana for you to siphon, buddy. Go away. Go away. Oh, that guy explodes corpses. That's no bueno. Okay, we killed the corpse exploder, right? Oh, nope. We killed the siphons guy. Alright, there we go. Can you tell YouTube is made by Americans? What is next? I can't say heck. Oh, man. That's spooky. And we're supposed to be the land of the most free speech, right? That's at least what we were at our founding, right? That was a part of our... big part of who we were as a founding nation. In the nation's inception. Conception? Conception. Those guys have a lot of HP too. We're able to kill them pretty good. Pretty efficiently. Alright, let's get Kishara's lockbox. Okay, I'm going to remember what we said yesterday. The Vol City is shaped like a Z. Right? That's what we're going to look for. Hey, we'll see you, Jack. Have a good rest of your day wherever you're headed to. Remember, life is hardcore. You only get one shot at it, so stay safe. All right, so let's make a Z pattern. Let's make a Z. That's what we're going to try and do. I'm going to pretend I'm making a Z. All right, so make a Z. We'll go this way. Uh-oh. Is this making a Z? I don't think it is. Nope. All right, so go this way. Did that just stun me? I think it did. Nothing's allowed to stun me. All right, we're going up. This is good. This is good. I'm seeing the beginnings of a Z here. Yeah, I think I need a slightly bigger mana pool. This is with Champion. No, this is not with Champion of the Cause. Champion of the Cause is on my Raider. Maybe I go get Champion of the Cause for a little bit more mana reservation efficiency. You know, I'm not that far away from sovereignty either. Alright, now we cut in, right? Alright, we're making a Z. Trying to make a Z. This is the statue, isn't it? That's the statue. That's not where I want to be. Nope, that's dead end. There we go. Level 60! Nobody kills me when I'm level 59. Ha! Nobody! Whoop, I am getting frozen here, though. Oh, he reflects certain ailments. That's a sick... That is a sick and twisted... Who came up with that? Reflects certain ailments. So I could kill myself on that guy. Ugh. That's spooky. Maybe she's over here. Yeah, she's over here. Let's check up in here just in case. Just in case. We're going to check over here. I think this is not actually going to go in. Yeah, it's just going to come back. Alright. Oh, maybe, maybe, maybe. Maybe. You're telling me there's a chance. Hexblast leveled up. Oh! 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 Did we find it? Extra chaos damage, yikes. We found it! Hey! Alright. We didn't have to walk all the way back. That's good. The funniest part is on American TV when they say, goddamn, and they censor God. I think they're a little confused. I mean, we're back talking about people again, Kappa. We're back talking about people again. Alright, so I could come in here and grab +7 chaos resist and +12 all elemental resists. That would help me stay over cap. How far away am I from sovereignty? Here I was joking about it. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 4 away. Oh, then I could also get the Purity of Flesh wheel as well. Where is their cast speed on the tree? Let's just look real quick. I'm not liking a lot of these options. Dual wielding. I'm not liking a lot of those options. Oh, that's movement speed as well. That's totem placement speed. Yeah. I'm not liking those. No, we're not talking about people. We're talking about you lot. Oh, that's... Thank you. Thank you, Kappa. This is a lot of passive points to get over here to sovereignty. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 travel nodes just to start taking the wheel. And then it's another 3 passives to actually get to sovereignty. So that's 7 passives. Champion of the cause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 1 less passive to get over there. Let's come in and actually get could come down and get some more evasion and life. Right, because that's what we said the rest of this build is basically going to be. It's just going to be evasion and life. Oh, I could do Ghost Dance. With no ES. Or virtually no ES. 127 ES. Now, let's come in and grab... Let's do the whole Invenerate wheel. Let's do that. Alright, here we go. Let's go find Arakali. Let's go find a giant spider and kill it. What'd you do today, honey? I killed a giant spider. How big was it? Well, it was only a digital spider, and it was in a game. But it was really big in the game. If there was a way... That actually sounds kind of fun. We were talking about different ways to proc Hexblast. Earlier, a couple of people have mentioned mines. A couple of people have mentioned cast while channeling. What about cast on crit? What about cast on crit Hexblast? So you're scaling up your crit damage. That sounds like that could be fun. Big old screen wide pops. Could be exciting. Oh, watch out. He's got withered, and he does a ton of damage. And down he goes. Feels good. Alright, so if we successfully get to Act 8, then we can do our next Ascendancy. Which will make a big difference. Like, a whole bunch of these things that are not getting one-shot, like, they're barely alive, right? With any life. And if there's an Ignite that's applied to them, they're just going to tick down and die at 20%. I think COC is overkill. It's better with projectiles. Occultist, Bane for screen-wide pops. Overkill, you say, though. That sounds interesting. I should try it with some of my COC gear in Standard. See what it's like. Whoa, hey! Hey, hey, hey! What is this damage? Where is this damage coming from? Oh, it's inflicting... Grasping Vines, okay. And extra chaos damage. I'm like, whoa, hey, why can't I move and why is nothing dying? That was kind of spooky for a second. See, there are still moments where my character could die. There's definitely moments. There's definitely some terrifying moments. We haven't crafted the unkillable character yet. Elemental equilibrium and random elemental damage. Oh, that's kind of spooky. Hex Bloom support makes curse spread after you killed a target. Oh. How does it work with traps and mines? Does the first one get the curse bonus and the rest don't? That's a good question. I will share with you the build video. I don't think it answers it directly. But this is from... This is from Mouthfeel, who suggested we play Hexblast to begin with. So, recommend you check that video out. They play it as an Ascendant Miner. So, you'll see how they tick all the boxes and scale everything up in the video. The only thing that makes playing on a miner sound appealing to me is that now we can put the detonate mines on the walk, right? On the walk button on left click. Just throw out mines and then keep walking, left click, blah, blah, blah. That makes it a little bit less wonky. Hey, welcome, Gross Mike. Nice to have you with us. We are here just playing a little Ruthless. Playing a little hardcore Ruthless. With our Slayer. Our Hexblast Slayer. Which is silly. It's a silly character. But, you know. It's surprisingly good damage for us in Ruthless. We are just about to fight Arakali. We are on our way to the Queen's Lair. And per true to form, we are at 59% experience. I always say we're always like roughly 70 to 80% experience whenever we bump into Aracali. That's just the way how it goes. Never quite enough to be able to farm one more level. But always relatively close. It's always tempting to go, oh, should I just keep clearing? Ding that one more level. Cold and chill and freeze. Resistant. Oh, that's fine. What if I lower your fire resistance and blow you up? There we go. I don't know why I just picked that up. Just play every mine build as a trapper instead. You won't insta-phase bosses. It'll take you 5 seconds instead. Alright. Let's go fight Aracali. Where's she coming up at? Right-hand side. She's shocked at about 11% value. Seems to be. Oh, that's an ignite on her. So that's nice. She should be phased here shortly. Alright, here she comes. Galvanic field giving us a little heads up. Oh no, 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 my love, no, no! Oh! Voice actor for Silk deserves some extra money, man. Where's she coming? Far right. That was slightly spooky for a moment there. Ooh, doggy. That was slightly scary. Alright, she's gonna hit her balls. Let's go refill. Almost forgot a passive again. In we go. Let's go take down Aracali. Where'd she go? Top right. Whoa, Nelly. That was some damage. Probably could have stayed in there. But maybe not. Yikes. See, I think it's a mana issue. I think that's what it is. I genuinely think it's a mana issue. Ooh, boy. There we go. Down she goes. Aracali! Alright, so on ramparts. Here we go. Let's update the tracker. Duelist is now to Act 8. Woohoo! Alright, so we got our Ranger and our Duelist to Act 8 so far. Let's go. That is exciting news. Oh, there's Alva. Alva, you're probably super duper rewarding. And I'd love to interact with your content. But I also don't want to die. Speaking of which, I probably should have either Molten Shell. Yeah, probably Molten Shell on right now. That's probably what I should have on. I don't think I have enough armor for it, actually. Oh, I'm just below 50%. No wonder why I was taking damage from Arakali. I need to upgrade my Fizz resists. Okay, so after we get some spell suppression, maybe we do the left side of the tree and we grab some armor. We just be a nice, well-rounded character that literally goes around the outside of the passive tree. The most janky build of all time. That's okay, though. Remember, when you're playing hardcore, if your character is alive, you're winning. It'd be fun if you got all three to Kitava and do all three of them back to back. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe I'll just have a stream finale day. Or hopefully a stream finale day. Yikes. What if I go in there and like I fail with one of the characters, then I gotta restart that character again. Oof. It's gonna feel bad. Why does this thing have so much life? Hate the brood mothers. They have so much HP. What do we get? Oh, that's a lot of cold damage to spells. Oh, that's too bad. Where were you when I needed you? Now I'm just using this pathetic +1 to chaos spells. But it's still pretty good. Oh, he's got fire and ignite resistant? And he's got life regen? See ya, buddy. You're obnoxious. Oh, that's that other guy. There we go. Sarn encampment. Okay. Alright, I don't think we're ready quite yet to take on Azaro. I don't think so. I think Azaro could still kill us at 2200 HP. But I do think we are probably ready for some more upgrades. Does Hexblast need to target an enemy? It does. It does not just target the ground. Yes, good question, Mr. Voodoo. It does need an enemy in order to target. Okay, so what could I upgrade at this point? We've already said my helm could be an upgrade. But right now, that's where my 4-link is. Oof, that's got a lot of armor, fire, and chaos. Oh, that's got a lot of evasion and life. And some armor and cold resist. I've got so many things that could be good. Maybe I roll another rare glove. Do I have rare gloves? Yeah, I do have gloves. Maybe I roll a glove. See what we can get out of a glove. Okay. Let's try rolling an amulet. Because right now this is all attributes. Let's try rolling a strength amulet. Can it be supported with Unleash, though? Let's check. Let's see. I have one Unleash. Can it? It says it can be supported by Hexblast. That's interesting. The fact there was a challenge got me hooked. I gotta admit, PoE streams can get quite boring if they're aimless. Yeah, I agree. I completely agree with that. Okay, let's just see what that feels like to do Unleash. Let's just see. Go back to like super low level zone. That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. It's definitely a different playstyle. Right? It definitely feels a different playstyle. It's interesting that it works. Right? I'm doing less damage with each unseal, though. I think just casting it once and then recasting it. Because the cast speed isn't that bad. We've said that before. The cast speed doesn't really make that big of a difference. Right now, it's my mana. It's my lack of mana that's making the bigger difference. Alright, put this over here in clusters and jewels. Put this into active gems. I still need some chromes. What do chromes cost, by the way? Maybe I just buy some chromes. Jewelers? Of course. A jeweler's cost 1,000,000 alterations. I think I'll come in here and grab Cloth and Chain, because that's evasion and armor. I think that's the next defensive layer that we'll do. Maybe come up here and grab Soul of Steel as well. That's only 6 passives away. That's a good amount of resists and armor. What does my armor look like if I do that? Let's go over to POB real quick. Import. Go over to Bane. Am I level 60? Wowee. Level 60. Okay. Alright, so if I go here on my tree with 6 additional passive points, I'm gonna get 5 plus 598 effective health pool. It's only gonna be 176 on the Fizz, though. So that's not that much armor. What's my armor at right now? Where's my config? Here we go. There we go. We'll see if that actually makes a difference on the numbers. Yeah, that makes something of a difference. We go up to 60% Fizz damage reduction, though, if we go in there. So. Yeah. It could be good. It could be good. Let me see if this is... Is this more tanky than my Righteous Fire character? Alright, snipping tool. That is my character without those nodes taken. Alright, go back to my Kitava Marauder and compare defensive layers. Let's compare defensive layers from my Righteous Fire Juggernaut versus my Bane, quote unquote, my Hexblast Slayer. Okay, so the effective hit pool is triple on Fizz hits. The armor is 8,000. 73% Fizz reduction. Okay, so I've got to figure out a way. If I can solve some of my elemental resistance problems, so that way I'm not constantly going under the cap by switching out a single item. If I can do that. Also, if I could just get a 4-link helm. Oh my goodness. This is partly what's tough. Maybe I go with a hybrid. Maybe I go hybrid gloves. Maybe that's what I do. That's not fair. Compare it to the Trapper. Well, I'm comparing it to my most tanky character, right? That's what I'm trying to do. But that's not a bad idea. Let's compare it to some other characters that have killed Kitava. I like that idea. That's a good idea. All right, so let's go back and compare to the Witch. All right. This is the Witch when she killed Kitava. She had an effective health pool of 13,000 with a 5,800 Fizz hit pool. And she was pretty sketchy. I was pretty worried about her getting hit. She was 76, 75, 75. She had minus 52 chaos resist. Oh, because this is after Kitava. But still, look at that. She had 3,900 armor as well. Above 50% armor. All right, let's compare to the Sabo. Sabo had 5.7k Fizz max hit. Your Juggernaut face tank Kitava, so yeah. I mean, that's ideally what I want everybody to be able to do, right? So face tank is apparently 8k, but kind of still scary is 5k. So the Shadow and the Witch were both 5k. The Hero font was 7k. So we got to figure out how to deal with some of this Fizz, because otherwise this character's on his way to a death. Maybe I go down to a 3-link. Maybe just one of these gloves. You know, maybe I swap out helm for glove. If I don't have this strength, I can't use the chest piece, though. Look at that helm. 419 armor. Oh. That'd be sick. I've also got plenty of helms that are just good, like that. It's got life. It's got armor. It's way better than my crappy ES helm. It's got 44 energy shield on it. Yuck. It's got 54 life on it, but other than that. Yeah. Oh, man. Even that would be better. Though I'm going to lose a good chunk of life. What are my gloves like on my Righteous Fire? Did I take these guys off yet? Not yet. Oh, that's got strength on it. So this is no doubt an upgrade. But I think the one thing that it's not an upgrade on is that it doesn't have cold resist. Right? Yeah, I'm at 80 cold resist. This is 16. This has no cold resist. So I need to throw the alchemy at another amulet. Let's try throwing it at a strength amulet. Item level 60. You kept too much rubbish gear. I bet you have the exact pieces of gear buried in there. Probably. Probably. All right, let's see what we get on this amulet. Nothing. Ah! Nothing. Ah! That hurts. What about cloth and chain? 2 skill points for 16 plus all res and armor. We're going to get that. Gross. Good suggestion. Good suggestion. We're going to come in here and get this. It's going to help us solve some of our resistance problem. Part of the problem, though, is that once we come in and get this and start messing around with stuff, like, it's going to mess with some of our requirements, some of our item requirements. Believe it or not. Even though my tree is ridiculous on taking basically only travel nodes. Did I actually take the long way around to come up and get Whispers of Doom? How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I guess I did. I took the long way around. But I wouldn't be able to get one with evil. Like, it's the same amount of travel points to come down and get one with evil. And I also wouldn't be right next to Inveterate. Okay, so maybe our next 2 points... Oh, forget going champion of the cause. We could come in and get charisma. We do that for more mana efficiency. Okay, so once we get cloth and chain, we will then be able to swap our gloves, which will give us enough strength that maybe that'll free up another passive point as well to swap some other things as well. Are the armor and evasion hybrid masteries any good? For our character, gain 5% of evasion rating as extra armor. 1 +1 evasion rating per 1 armor on gloves. I don't think these are particularly good for us. You could also look if you kept some jewels that fix some of the requirements of def stats. I saw some 1-point jewel slots. I've got a lot of 1-point jewel slots, but here are my jewels. These are my jewels. Resistances, I've got nothing. And then strength. Yeah, got nothing. And then dex. I don't need dex. And I don't need int. I just need the strength. A 4% reduced mana cost of skills. Woohoo. Let's go add to that. Minions. Minions have 9% increased life. Excellent. Oh, man. Just what we needed. Yeah, all of these are bad. Bad for us, at least. Okay, so let's go ding a couple levels and get cloth and armor. Let's at least go do that. That'll give us something to aim for. Then hopefully we can increase some of our flat resistances. Our base defenses of like evasion and armor, right? That should help a little bit, and then it should allow for some more freedom with itemization. Whoop, I'm gonna get hit by those. That's alright, I'm such a boss. Don't even care. Don't even need Galvanic Field, actually, right now for a second. Curse, look at that. Boom. Boom. Who said this was Ruthless? This character does damage, baby. Those giants actually usually have pretty good HP. The Chaos Golem guys. Well, it's not a Chaos Golem, but whatever they're called. Wandering Eruptions or whatever. Increased AoE. Chill and freeze resistant? Well, what if you just die? Ha ha ha. Dodre might be a little scary with this setup. I might actually want to farm in here for a little bit. Because remember, Dodre does a good amount of physical. I would be really sad if this character died, actually. This character has been so surprisingly enjoyable to play. It would be quite the bummer if this character was my next character to rip. Like, the general rule is just stay above 50% on your Physmit. And you can probably tank whatever is going to hit you. That's the general rule. Maybe the recoup stuff is a meme. Maybe I shouldn't go that way. Maybe I should just be going full-on mitigation. Okay, so that puts us right at 50%. We'll be a little over 10% chance to evade. Maybe like 12% when we go full-on cloth and armor. Yeah, some of the masteries, I'm sure there's a way to play around some of the masteries, but sometimes it does feel like some of the masteries are just straight up better than others of the masteries, just without a doubt. And maybe that's because they're more utility. Maybe it's because that's just the meta and the way how players play. But there's no doubt that there are some masteries that just feel like they are more applicable in more scenarios. Yeah, the damage on this character is way better than the SRS character. Also, this character might actually be safer to fight against Kitava. In terms of the way how I play. Because I can just walk up to that right-hand side of Kitava and stay near that right edge of that fight. Watch for his slam in the corner, and other than that, you should be okay, right? Oh, Cartographer's Chisel, nice. With all your Ruthless hardcore SSF experience, do you have any insights to share with those of us who are thinking of leveling through the campaign and the upcoming gauntlet? Oh, Jeff, great question. So I'm thinking that I'm going to play in the gauntlet as well, by the way. We've been joking about that for the last day or so. And I've been joking and saying the gauntlet is going to feel super refreshing. Right? I've even said in my most arrogant moments the gauntlet is going to feel easy. Not because the monsters won't be more difficult, etc., but just because we'll have skill gems available to us right away. We'll have the crafting bench available to us right away. Like, so many of the things that have made Ruthless a challenge will be available to us in the SSF Gauntlet, right? So there's a whole bunch of tips, right? Like going against Brutus and use Puncture if you can. In Ruthless, you do that, you know, if you have a surplus of gems. But in an SSF environment like that, it's like, well, you can totally just buy a puncture and it doesn't really hurt your currency that much. It hurts a little bit, but it doesn't really hurt that much. Being able to craft even the most basic crafts, not even having like upgraded crafting recipes. We're talking like movement speed on boosts or double resists. We're not talking about any upgrades. We're just talking about the most basic crafts are going to be super duper helpful. Not enough armor, but otherwise that's a good piece. I think for playing in any hardcore environment, you need to know what the thresholds are where your character is comfortable, right? So for me, it might not be for you, but for me, I like to have 50% physical mitigation. My characters generally don't die when I've got 50% physical mitigation. Famous last words, right? But if I'm under that, if I dip below that, that's when my characters tend to rip. Are you manually applying your curses, or are you using blasphemy? Two different answers, Chris. So we're using a blasphemy setup for elemental weakness. And then our Hex Touch support is on flammability with galvanic field. And because it's got a base duration of 6 seconds, this is what Brandon, shout out to Brandon in chat, suggested that we do, and it's a great setup. So I've got galvanic field on my right click. So as soon as we see somebody that we want to curse, we just right click, boom, galvanic field is up. And you can move it around, right? And there we go. Right? It's almost like a ball of lightning Hex Touch. Almost, not quite. Because it travels with you. See? That's galvanic field. That's actually applying flammability. Now my blasphemy is applying elemental weakness. I was originally applying both through blasphemy, but I ultimately decided it was too much mana reservation. The playstyle was too difficult. Oh my goodness. Don't get killed in the choke point. We've all heard Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. But have you heard of Cole's Law? Now that's a good joke, Mouthfeel. That is the dad joke of the day, ladies and gentlemen. It's the dad joke of the day. It's the dad joke of the day. If you were wondering, hey, 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 that's the dad joke of the day. Plus 50 life is the most blatant, like, are we going to pretend I'm making a choice here? Yeah. Yeah, that one is a bit silly. Right? That one is a bit silly. Okay, where's the guy with the invulnerable aura? There we go. Where is he? That's not him. There he is. Down they go. Yeah, it's very smart. I did not come up with it. It was Brandon that came up with the galvanic field apply Hex Touch. Curse on hit. I think other things to say about the gauntlet. This is going to sound like a stupid like it's hey, thanks Mr. Captain Obvious, right? That's what it's going to feel like. But you should play a build that you're comfortable on. If you are normally a softcore player and you are just now coming in to play a hardcore environment where monsters are going to deal more damage, they're going to have more life, and if your character makes a mistake that you can, reset your entire character progress, you should be playing on a character that you're comfortable on. Now, let me restate this. What this does not mean. This does not mean you have to play on a character that you've played before and practiced before and blah, 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 blah. You can be comfortable on a character you've never actually played before. When I played Cold Dot for the very first time, I was relatively comfortable with it because I had done so much reading on it and so many showcases on Cold Dot at that point and done so much reading I was like, okay, this is what I need to do at this point. This is what I need to do at this point. This is how I need to adjust. And a lot of that was, by the way, thanks to Shack Central's build guide. So, if you feel comfortable on something, whether you've played it or not, you know, that's up to you whether or not you're playing something that you've played or not. You can make your own self-made arbitrary rules for that. But for me, I want to play something when I'm going into a hardcore environment that I'm relatively comfortable on. Which, by the way, I hope is entertaining for you all in showcasing this entire Ruthless challenge. Like, this is going to be my little humble brag for the day, okay? My one little humble brag for the day. I don't think there are many people, first off, who would be insane enough to play Ruthless at all, let alone play Ruthless with the silly little challenge that we've set up in solo self-found hardcore mode, right? A lot of players wouldn't want to play that way. And that's fine. That's completely fine. You should play a video game the way how you enjoy playing the video game. However... Oh, hey, bud. However, I will say, I'm not playing characters that I'm super-duper comfortable playing all the time. I'm not playing in a mode that I'm super-duper comfortable with, right? Because I'm coming back from a long break. There you go, bud. Coming back from a long break. And I'm trying a new mode that I didn't really have a chance to read up on that much because, well, it's a new mode. So we had a little bit of info, but not a lot, right? So, anyway. So I say all this to say, if I can play Ruthless in solo self-found mode, you can probably play in the Gauntlet and have some success. Nobody kills me when I'm level 61. Ha! Nobody. But maybe somebody kills me when I'm level 62, though. Is that a 5-link? I think that's a 5-link chest back there. I think that's genuinely a 5-link chest. Okay, we need to get that. Yeah, bud, you got the swords? Oh, it's not. It's a 2-link and then a... I got you baited. That's a bummer. I was really hoping that we had a 5-link there. It would have been our first 5-link. No 5-link for us. It would have been blue and red as well. That may have actually been useful, but nope. So I hope that's not me sounding too arrogant or too proud. That's just saying, look, there are different challenging ways to take on the game. And if I can take on the game in this way, with this silly challenge that nobody else would be insane enough to try, I think those of you who are much more skilled players than I am will definitely be able to have success. If you watch your benchmarks, if you watch your thresholds that you know you want to have for each of the bosses, for each of the deadly encounters that you're bumping into. And you're playing a build that you're comfortable with. Right? Regardless of trying to play the Gauntlet competitively or not, you just want to stay alive, right? So, you want to play something that as your character is alive, you know what you're doing, you know what you're aiming for as you progress. You know a general idea where you want to spend your next couple passive points. Like, it's been a joke here this week about, we've joked a lot about me taking like 10 different wheels or starting 10 different wheels at a time. Right? But it's because, at least in theory, I've got an idea of where I want to put and experience some of the power on my character. So, hopefully that makes sense. Do you think the first guy who made a well did a job well, so another guy pointed at it and said, "Well done," and it stuck? Could be. Could be, Kappa. If you reword that a little bit, if you rework that joke a little bit more, that would be pretty good. I remember when I was a kid, my dad used to roll me around inside a tire. Thinking back, those were good years. Okay. All right. And with that, I am done. With that, I am out of here for the day. All right. Tomorrow, I don't know what the plan is yet. I may be on for an elongated stream tomorrow. I may not even stream tomorrow. I might have a bunch of work to do. So we will find out. We'll all find out tomorrow. I will try and post when I get figured out exactly what we're doing tomorrow. But this is where we're leaving the character for today. We're level 62. We're in Act 8. So we've progressed all the way from Act 6. And I eventually need to go in and do Headsman because that's going to really help a lot. Maybe I just keep leveling until I can go kill Azaro right away, and then that's going to make all of Act 8 and Act 9 a lot easier. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us, everybody. I will see you maybe tomorrow or maybe not. Anyway, pay attention to the Discord and to the G3 community tab for announcements. If you've enjoyed the stream today, if you've hung out and had a good time, make sure you leave a like on the video. Thanks so much for joining us, and I hope today is the day a Mirror of Calandra drops for you.